Surprise you with another letter of the day. Da 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 da. That letter of the day fanfare. Okay, and today letter of the day is letter C. Yeah, letter C start me favorite word. You know that word?
Cunt. Cunt.
Cunt. Cunt.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sidebar Cantina, the podcast where we talk about Star Wars, pop culture, the letter of the day, or whatever the fuck we feel like talking about. I'm Mr. Jason Roscom. With me here each and every single week, the Darth Vader to my Palpatine, Dave Martin. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Jason.
How are you?
I am off my meds today, and I am feeling it.
Ah, okay.
Yes, so it is going to be a fucking cunt-filled day.
Yeah. So, and I completely forgot at this point. Why did we add that to the beginning, the letter of the day?
Oh, because I'm going to use that word a lot today.
Oh, okay.
Really, I have. When watching The Bad Batch, which is what we're talking about this week.
Yes.
When watching The Bad Batch, like there was certain sequences that immediately made me think of that word, especially in that last episode. So, which we'll get to.
Okay.
And that word sprang into my fucking face. And I'm sure everyone who's watched the episode of The Bad Batch probably felt the same way.
Right. And yeah, we're talking about the final 4 episodes of the season.
Yes.
Season 2 is over.
The final 4 episodes.
Yeah. Because
Which Dave thought we were doing the last 2.
right.
But thankfully, Dave watched them all.
Yes.
Don't get it twisted. Dave did watch all of the episodes. Not typical Dave fashion where he just kind of like pretends like he kind of watched all the stuff and kind of plays along. No. Dave watched all of them. He just happened to watch them all in fucking sequence.
Like as they aired.
As they aired.
Yeah.
So as to not have to avoid the spoilers.
Yeah, and oh god, we'll get into that. Fuck
Right.
spoilers, fuck all that shit. But we've got a ton of other things we need to get to first. So
Do it.
maybe the first thing we should talk about is Patreon.
Yes. You can, you, sir, you talk about Patreon.
All right. Well, we would like to give a huge shout out to all of our. He doesn't have a mute button. To all of our current patrons, Frederick Martin, Scott and Kim from the Use and Abuse podcast, IOG, my wonderful mother-in-law, Patricia Goodstein, Nicholas Schaefer, Don Solsky, Shotgun Mark, Nick from Sweet Studios, Frank Kalevich, Dragon Buddy, Kristen Roscom, Catherine Rennick, Wally Frogmore, David Schmuck, Lord Helmet Fire, and our newest patron, Chantal. God, I do it every time.
Chantal!
Got a lot of things to discuss, mainly Chantal. So, yeah, we appreciate all of our listeners and supporters, and you are the reason why we do this. Dave? Did I do it too fast?
Yeah, that's what she said. In Red 5 headlines, hang on, I'm trying to type something in the chat, which is actually more lively than we thought it would be, given that we're not recording on our normal
normal Monday night. And we'll get into why when we get into our weeks.
But we want to congratulate our Red 5 brother, Extra Techie, on the birth of his first son. Hooray!
Yeah, very nice.
Wife and baby are happy and healthy. So congratulations, Extra Techie.
All right, very good. So today I've decided that that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so today I've decided instead of doing a day in Star Wars, we're going to talk about something else Star Wars related because this weekend,
I mean, I typed the day in Star Wars into the notes
for nothing. Yeah. Sorry, bro.
The one time I do something.
Well, because
right.
This weekend, it's a celebration.
It's a celebration.
Yeah. So we've got Star Wars motherfucking celebration starting on Friday.
China.
Yes, exactly. And if the rumors are to be believed, we're going to be getting some huge fucking announcements at Celebration this year. There was all kinds of speculation going on the internet over the last couple of months about and upwards of possible 3 movies being announced. Now, so this leads to a whole other big discussion about like Disney, fucking Iger coming in, cleaning house, how the Marvel movies are starting to underperform,
Right.
and now how Disney's kind of in some shit,
Right.
So they might need, because they've just been riding this fucking Marvel wave forever, and now that it's kind of starting to subside, they're like, fuck, we need some of our other brands to kind of start carrying some of this load. So I would not be surprised if Iger and the higher ups at Disney are like, hey, we need to get back to cranking out some fucking Star Wars movies. This whole Disney Plus shit is nice. You know, you're still our highest rated shows on the whole fucking platform, but we need that cold hard cash.
So Kathy just actually, like, as part of her school, she just did a whole discussion board thing about Disney Plus, like Disney's how they just laid off a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And I guess even though the subscription service has done like what they got like their actually subscriber numbers have gone up exponentially.
Yes, they have a lot of subscribers, but they're still losing money overall on the platform.
Yeah, they're still bleeding out money, and it's, you know, it comes down to, all right, we need the fucking quality of the content, but at some point, like, are you now diluting all these other properties? Like, has it gotten to the point where, all right, you spend all this money on that Marvel franchise, now it's not printing you money anymore. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do to make that better? You know, if you're at a point where you're laying off Disney employees, where is that coming out of? What hide is that coming out of? You know, and you got rid of one of your Marvel guys, apparently, as part of these layoffs. So,
Oh yeah, no, they a lot of higher ups in the Marvel studios have been getting laid off. The lady that was in charge of like their effects, like some like high up producer lady, she got fucking shit canned recently, and this other guy just got fucking axed. So yeah, it's things...
nobody's off the list.
Yeah, so
Schindler's List or whatever.
And boy, that got weird. So, but they're still making Marvel movies. They've still got this whole pipeline of shit that they have planned. But, you know, since The Rise of Skywalker, since 2019, there has been zilch for Star Wars movies.
Right.
And they even said that they were going to kind of slow down a little bit. But, you know, a good Star Wars movie will make a shitload of money. It's a proven fucking thing at this point.
Yeah, but they're going to have to... Oh, my God. As soon... All right. So we're excited, right? The initial thing is like, okay, it's a celebration.
Yeah,
and,
of course. We as fans, we're going to be excited.
And you want to tease us about fucking doing Star Wars movies, but, you know, you kind of alluded that to some of that in the past, and then you pulled the...
And that's been the big problem.
You pulled that out.
They've announced all these fucking movies, like actually announced by Lucasfilm,
right,
to only be shit canned later, from the Rogue Squadron to you know, all this other stuff.
So what are we like? Are we supposed to just like continue like, okay, we're gonna keep getting burned by this our ex here?
Yeah,
you know, we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going to the well on this.
I think she's changed this time. She's really changed.
She's really changed.
She's different this time.
She's as long as you say so.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna believe you, and I'm gonna go. But the movies scare me. I feel like that because of what happened, I'm still scarred by the fucking sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
You know, what they did with, you know, Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, well documented. We're not here to get into that, but I think there's a lot of scar tissue there, and we are considered, you know, I would consider us to be on that tier of like that Star Wars fan that is we're going to absorb pretty much everything that they put out in front of us, right?
Except for the High Republic.
You know, aside from some things that they wouldn't expect 100% of the people to get anyway. But if they made a High Republic movie, you'd probably go see it because it's a movie.
Yeah, of course.
Right? And then if the movie was good, then you'd get into this High Republic background. So maybe that's something they do. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they have so far to fall. Yeah. If they fuck it up. And like, or are you going to announce another trilogy? Are you going to do something like a Rogue One, like kind of a standalone where it's just like, okay, it's Star Wars flavor, but we're not, you know, doing like, what are you going to do? Like, okay, I'm excited for an announcement in Celebration. Like you're excited. God, I'm
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. Like I'm in the same boat where this can easily go fucking south if they try to rush out a couple of movies just to make a fucking buck.
yeah,
Because we've seen that shit before.
yeah, I just and they didn't need to do it though. Like when they did it with, it was just poor decisions by fucking your girl Cunt Kennedy, right?
yeah.
you know,
Letter of the day.
yeah, this fucking we got into a discussion at work. We were talking about just Q had put on some YouTube thing. It was some guy and he was saying like, oh, how everything in Star Wars is bad.
Sorry, there was talk of Black Series figures. So
What?
yeah,
Oh God, thank God. Yeah. Thank God I'm not.
I'll address that during my week.
Thank God that wasn't a Lego thing.
Yeah,
I
go.
just anyway. Anyway, fuck. What was I saying? Cunt Kennedy. Yeah. Oh, so the fucking we were having this discussion and this YouTuber was just, you know, it's just one of those YouTubers that's like, oh, everything sucks, everything sucks, and
like
just going
negative
for
about every single thing.
And I disagree with 98% of what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
But, and one of the things was, the only thing that I did agree with was that there is the one thing that I think that they need to change and where they need to make that change for some of that direction would be at that level with Kathleen Kennedy, because while there's been a lot of good decisions, right? We have a lot of good things and a lot of things that we enjoy about Star Wars. And there's a lot more stuff about Star Wars that we enjoy than not at this point, especially since however long it's been since Rise of Skywalker came out, right? It's like 5 years now.
2019, so 4. Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah.
4 years now. So it's been a minute.
Yeah.
So the further away it gets, the less it hurts me to think about.
Yeah.
But distance and healing, something, time, something. There's a saying. I don't know. Look it up. But yeah, it's just this idea that like, if she's going to make these decisions about what the future of these movies are, and we already have this precedence, what's going to be different? Prove to me what's going to be different. Don't just throw a concept out there in Celebration and say, hey, this is what the concept's going to be.
Right.
I'm going to look at that and go like, sure, that looks great. Prove to me that that's not going to fucking do what you did to these others.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything looks good in fucking concept. Give me and some artwork and everything else, but prove to me that you're not going to do to this movie what you did to these others.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're not going to give the creative licensing to somebody directing a movie that you are giving to Filoni and Favreau with The Mandalorian and everything else, because you have the audience that you're getting with the streaming service, while broad, it's still a streaming service.
Yeah.
It's not this general public that you're hitting so much of a wider target.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I temper my expectations. Right. Sure I am.
No,
Sure I am.
I'm right there with you, and I want. Well, there's so much. I was having this discussion with a coworker today. Like they could so easily make so much money hand over fist, but they won't do it because I don't even know why. Right? They could come out on Friday and being like, we are making the fucking Old Republic trilogy with Darth Revan. These well-known writers are going to write the script, and this well-known director is going to spearhead the whole trilogy. Boom. That's it. You just printed billions of dollars.
Yeah. If Kathleen Kennedy wasn't involved in it.
Right.
I'd even with that concept, everyone would fucking, every nerd out there worth his salt would have such a raging erection that they would, that could get erections, would have raging erections that would fucking pass out from the lack of blood flow. But the problem is we're still in that same spot. Like, yes, you have conceptually one of the best things that could possibly happen in Star Wars from a movie perspective, and you have all of this material to work from. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. All this stuff is built for you. You can still make tremendous storytelling out of what's here. You can build off of this. You don't have to tell the story that's already there. There's plenty of story to be told. You can do it in these movies. However, you have to have the right person with the guiding hand on this.
Yeah.
And I just don't see it right now. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about anything that's going to come out of a studio right now that's being under her leadership. And if it's, yes, she's in control of Lucasfilm,
Yeah.
right? I mean, obviously creative control or whatever, but if Disney as the parent is saying, look, this is our, back in the day when we used to plan trips and it was like, okay, we need to fly this many hours.
Oh yeah.
Right? If Disney goes and says, okay, we need to make this much money, hit that target.
Yeah.
And so Lucasfilm has to go like, well, in order to hit this target, we need to have this audience. And to hit this audience, we have to circle this demographic and have this level of inclusion. Then you're not making a Star Wars movie. You're making a movie about inclusion.
Yes.
And everything else. And maybe you can do both. I don't know, but it's not a way to write a fucking Star Wars movie.
And that's the problem. They've put agenda ahead of everything else recently. And, that showed with movies like The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
So, hopefully they can set that shit aside and, it's... I mean, look what they did with The Mandalorian. Mandalorian is perfect. It's got all the inclusion you want. It's perfect. Even Andor, same thing. But they were so well fucking done.
Mm-hmm. You proved
and-
you can do it. You
yeah.
proved you have the talent in house.
Yeah.
In Lucasfilm, you have the talent to do it. Let's let that creatively. Let's let it get out of Disney Plus and let it get onto the big screen.
Yeah. So next Monday, we'll definitely break down everything that happened at Celebration.
Break it down.
But I do have a couple of other predictions I wanted to throw out there before we move on. First, there is no fucking way we don't get an Ahsoka trailer at this point.
Right.
Like, Ahsoka's supposed to come out this summer, allegedly, this summer or fall. So I would imagine that we're going to get some Ahsoka footage. We have to. It's been done filming for quite a while now.
Right.
So, yeah, let's see the good. So there's no way we don't fucking see that. I would not be surprised if we don't get at least some early, like a teaser for the Skeleton Crew. Because apparently that's either close to being done or is done filming, something like that. Again, they don't fucking tell us shit about the Skeleton Crew. Don't know a goddamn thing about it. And then maybe some early footage from the Acolyte.
Excuse me.
But I would not bank on the Acolyte footage only because they're still filming it right now.
Right.
I mean, they might have some like test stuff. Like maybe that might be the kind of shit they only show the people live. They don't show it on the live stream or whatever.
Maybe.
So
It would be nice to be able to get that, to be able to get excited for that, though.
Oh, sure. But that's also like over a year away, or at least a year away. So I'm not even putting too much in that basket. And like, I don't know. We know that there's got to be a season 3 of Bad Batch, so maybe we'll get like a rough release window for that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, thanks for the cliffhanger, guys.
Yeah, no shit.
And yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
I'm
geez,
guessing we'll see.
spoiler alert. God.
Yeah, I know. We haven't even started yet.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
All right, so that's enough of the celebration talk.
Celebration, bitches.
But yeah, it's this
Next
weekend.
weekend. This weekend.
This weekend, and I'll be tuning in. I'm assuming they're going to be live streaming it, like they have in
hope so.
previous years.
Yeah, I would hope so.
I'll definitely be watching because I'm off on Friday.
Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots.
So that is that. Oh, and for fuck's sake, man. Oh, I'm so angry. I had 2 fucking Star Wars things spoiled for me before I got to watch the show. The morning of the fucking release of Mandalorian last week. Of the last episode of Mandalorian.
Right.
Fucking in my fucking newsfeed, big thumbnail right there of the fucking cameo that happens in that episode. And it's like, who is blankety blank from the show blankety blank?
Right.
Read to find out.
Yeah.
Talking about his Mandalorian cameo. And I'm
Right.
like, are you fucking kidding me? Like literally like 8 a.m. The shit had probably been released like a few hours beforehand. And,
Crooked motherfuckers.
and they're like, oh, look how smart we are. We've already got this fucking this news story about the new episode of Mandalorian up. Also had the big thing that happened in the final episode of Bad Batch spoiled for me.
right.
Because of, again, another fucking thumbnail and another headline. I'm like, what the fuck, guys? Give us at least 24 hours to watch the goddamn thing.
Yeah, I struggled. I struggled because it would almost be like you're like touching, like scrolling through something and like kind of touching what are on. I'm like, okay, scroll.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, more fucking scantily clad, fucking all right, whatever. Good, thankfully, like, and all of a sudden Star Wars. Oh no, go back.
Yeah. Ugh, it's frustrating because these fucking websites, they don't give a shit. They just want their fucking clicks. They're all these clickbaity websites that are just
Yeah.
They-
Well, and everybody wants to take advantage of that scoop, right? You know, if we were trying to get, if we were trying to make money off of this podcast, we would have been watching it at midnight and recording a pod at fucking
that is true.
3 a.m. to release that morning to be able to fucking get the scoop on it. But
Yeah.
we're not here to do that. We want to have thoughtful fucking discourse about it.
Yeah.
And and those people that enjoy it,
Yeah.
especially because they have to sit through usually about 45 to 50 minutes of just whatever beforehand anyway. So
That is true.
those that hang around for that 50 minutes to actually get to the content, then they're the real heroes.
That is that is true. All right. Fuck. Where are my notes? Oh, there
Our
they are.
weeks?
Yeah. Let's get to our weeks.
Let's get to our week,
Shall we?
Yes.
So,
Jason has all kinds of shit laying around.
I
here, by the
have
way.
all kinds of shit in the studio. And firstly, let's get to the additions to
The sacred Jedi.
and I'm assuming, being Dave Martin, you have some sort of a knife on you.
It's the Pope shit in the woods.
Because I've got some boxes I haven't even fucking busted open yet. I don't even remember what's in these at this point. But a couple weeks ago, I fucking placed an order. Or no, a couple months ago, I placed an order from Entertainment Earth and Black Series figures, obviously.
Oh, I think you did that. Didn't you make an order while we were on the air?
Possibly.
I'm pretty sure you did.
But either way, like the shit all came in, and because we were doing remote last week, I didn't want to do any Black Series reveal and all that. So here we are.
Does Entertainment Earth sell butt plugs?
Who asked that?
Lunar Girl.
Oh, I don't know. What's wrong with butt plugs?
I didn't know. They would have to be like special Star Wars butt plugs. I don't.
Well, hold on. If you're getting into different shapes, then we got a problem.
Giant Death Star shaped fucking butt plugs.
It wouldn't go in very easily.
And he would know.
Yeah. All right. So the first, oh, for fuck's sake, one that I have is, I think I don't have this already.
Ooh, I see.
No, I don't have it already. So this is a clone trooper, a shock clone trooper from the Bad Batch.
Nice.
Yeah. Very similar looking to some other troopers I have, but I don't have that one.
Very nice. Nice detail for the clone trooper.
Saw this guy on sale. He was very cheap for some reason, and I don't have this character yet, but now I do.
Is that sitting on something? I can't see.
Looks fine to me. His name is Darth Maul. This
You don't have a mall?
no, and this is post Phantom Menace when his bottom half is robotic.
Oh, he's got magic legs.
Yes, Lieutenant Dan.
He's got magic legs.
And now,
Look at him.
what the fuck was in
The
here?
Clone Wars version, not the Solo version
Or Rebels.
or Rebels version. Very angry. That is a great fucking detail on that face.
Yeah.
Look at that motherfucker. Look at him.
He's so angry.
I'm Darth Maul.
And now I remember who the last one was. Another fitting one for this episode. From the Bad Batch, Admiral Rampart, who I don't think we've seen the last of him. But there he is.
Really? You don't think we've seen the last time?
Well, yeah, because he got arrested, right?
Right.
Because Palpatine set him up so that they could get that fucking bill passed.
Wow. He's got giant hands. Got-
Ladies.
he looks like Troy Aikman. Like he reminds me of Troy Aikman. Like what a douchebag.
You can have that back.
Did you open the other box?
Yeah, this is the other box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for some reason, one came in a bigger box than the two. Don't ask.
Odd.
Yes. So that is my addition to
The sacred Jedi.
Besides that, let me just check my notes really quick. I lost my spot. Oh, yeah. So another big box we've got in the room is, I don't know if you can see that. Oh yeah, you can see it on camera.
Yeah.
Big box over there. My black stormtrooper costume came in.
Yes.
It's and it's a stormtrooper costume kit, so it's in pieces. So I have to figure out how to.
It's vacuum formed.
Yeah, I have,
This bit of it, you have to do some trimming.
yeah, got to do some trimming. The helmet is like solid, so I got to cut the eyes out, and I got to get some like sunglass lenses to put
Nice.
in the eye holes. But yeah, I got my black stormtrooper kit. So,
Dude, that. If anything, that makes it even better.
Yeah.
They have to do like just a little bit of work to it. Mm-hmm. Like get some good knives and good X-Acto knife to make sure you don't fucking dick it up.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to assembling it. My goal is, because I'm only going to wear pieces of it when I go to Galaxy's Edge next month, because that was kind of the whole backstory of the plan anyway.
Right.
But I want to have it fully assembled for Halloween by
Yeah.
October, so I
Fucking
can
A,
be
right.
in the full black stormtrooper costume.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I see they're still talking about butt plugs in the
Well, I mean,
chat.
once you start that conversation, it's tough to stop it.
Indeed. So yeah, my stormtrooper costume is here. More updates on that as it gets assembled. Movies. Saw a lot of movies recently.
Yeah.
So the main reason why we didn't record last night was because me and the family went and saw the Dungeons and Dragons movie in the 4DX theater over in King of Prussia.
Nice.
And it was awesome. The movie itself was very fun. They really leaned into the humor aspect. Fucking hilarious scenes in that. There was one scene where all five of us were just fucking dying. It was so funny. But from start to finish, it was just a real fun adventure, and you know, you don't have to be like a D&D fan to appreciate it, because they made it for all audiences. But they threw in a million little references that the D&D fans are probably like, you
Yeah,
know.
nice.
So it was great. Kristen's already talking about wanting to watch it again.
Nice.
If I had any critique at all of it, it's that it felt a little bit too long. Like they probably could have cut 15 minutes off of it and it would have been a perfect length. But it just felt like by the end, it was kind of running a little long.
Okay.
Other than that, great movie.
Awesome. How long was it?
Just a hair over 2 hours, I think.
That's
Yeah.
a rather
Yeah,
personal question.
Yeah, it was like right at 2 hours. But either way,
That's not that
super
bad.
fun.
Yeah.
Loved all of the characters. There was no bad character in the movie. Like,
I've heard nothing but good things, to be honest.
yeah, no, it was. Yeah, I can't say enough. It was a lot of fun. Highly recommend to anybody who's into any sort of fantasy movies at all. And seeing it in the theater, I mean, do you feel? I think it would enhance the experience. Now, especially with the 4DX, because we had the moving seats, and
Right.
there were so many scenes where like people were like shooting arrows and they were whizzing past people, and those air things would go tss, 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 like as
Nice.
the arrows are flying by you, and it was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then there's like this bitch who's like got lightning. She's like shooting like fucking lightning out of her hands, and like the lightning effects on the side of the theater were going.
How many was it, like packed? Like, was there a lot of people in there, or?
Yeah.
Nice.
And this was a Monday night too, so.
That's cool.
And,
Oh, like I said, I've heard good things, and I think what's funny is too the Chris Pine, right?
yeah, the guy who played Kirk in the Star Trek.
Yeah,
movies.
that him playing that role of having like just this like small, just
Yeah.
like comedic element to it. Like I think he does that really well.
Yeah.
Like he did it well in Star Trek, and I can see him doing that well in another movie like that.
Yeah,
So
and
that's awesome.
One of my favorite characters, my favorite character in the whole thing was Michelle Rodriguez's character. She played Holga, like this big hulking barbarian woman. She looks like she either was wearing like a muscle suit or she like got ripped for this fucking movie, like a la Gina Carano kind of thing.
Oh, nice,
And like her character was fucking great. She was really, really good.
nice.
I like the whole thing.
That's fun.
Yeah, good
That's
times.
awesome.
So I also saw the last Saw movie, which was that reboot they did with Chris Rock. I think it was called Spiral. That came out a couple years ago at this point.
Okay.
But I've always liked the Saw movies. I've seen them all, and I never got around to seeing it. But then when I realized it was on, I want to say it was on Hulu.
Okay.
I watched it on Hulu, and I predicted the ending. Like the same like when we saw Scream 6, I like called the ending from a fucking mile away and I'm like, have I seen too many of these fucking movies at this point to just pick up on all of the little the misdirections that they try to give?
Probably.
Yeah, so
You're too well attuned to what they're trying to do.
yeah. And Spiral as a movie, kind of shitty. The acting was terrible. Even Chris Rock's performance was fucking terrible. It was just like the worst overacting you'd ever see in a movie.
Okay. Chris Rock. What? Okay. So tell me what he's been a good actor in.
SNL?
That's not acting.
Yeah.
Like, that's a skit show. I mean, like, acting. Like, and don't say Dogma.
Oh, I was just gonna say it. That's what I was gonna say.
Because he's playing himself in Dogma.
he's like doing his bits.
Right.
Okay, maybe he's not a good actor.
No, he's fucking terrible. I would have zero expectation of him being good as an actor.
But it wasn't just him too. Like pretty much every other character in that fucking movie, except for Samuel L. Jackson, he had a good performance. But everybody else, like the worst fucking performance.
Good motherfucking choice, motherfucker.
Right. So yeah, saw that movie, was not impressed, and predicted the ending from a fucking mile away. And then just I wanted to comment. So we were in the King of Prussia area last night.
Okay.
We went to this fucking sweet ass restaurant because they've got this whole like row of restaurants out there now, like right by the movie theater in the mall, like all kinds of cool like upscaley stuff. And we went to this fucking like pub type place, but it was like nice, like people in business suits and shit were in there eating and stuff, and the food was fucking phenomenal. There was this like high quality candy and ice cream shop right across the street. We went over there. It was fucking awesome. And we were enjoying it so much that Kristen and I had this moment where we're like, we could move here, you know. We got the theater right here. There's a Lockheed Martin right here. The mall's right here. We could move here and it would be great. And then we were walking around the mall. The fucking King of Prussia Mall is huge.
Oh yeah.
Holy fuck! I'd never been in there before.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I'd never walked into that mall before. I've been to that theater enough times now, but I've never actually gone into the King of Prussia Mall. It's fucking gigantic.
Yeah, KOP is one of the bigger malls. That used to be a mall like if you were going to do like major Christmas shopping, like hey, can you drop me off at the KOP?
Yeah.
Like that'd be something that you would get done.
Oh yeah, we got there like with an hour to spare before we had to go leave for the movie, and we're thinking, oh yeah, we can walk the whole mall. And
No, you cannot.
We walked the whole first or second floor. We never got down to the bottom floor.
Yeah, that checks.
Yeah, but the place was fucking huge. There were a lot of people there, so I'm like, god damn. Like maybe malls aren't dead.
Well, I mean, some malls, I
Yeah.
think. Like Cherry Hill Mall seems to always do well.
Moorestown has gone to shit.
Yeah, Morristown, the Deffert Mall is really struggling. I think it really depends on the area, to be honest. Like KOP's, I think always going to do well just because that it's in a little bit more of an upscale area. Like just as a case in point, my golf clubs that I hit, the PXG golf clubs, like they only have stores in so many cities in like the country.
Oh yeah.
And one of those stores is just outside the mall there, like in KOP area. So it's just that they maintain a high level of, you know, it's in a high market area. And so it's just what you're going to have around there. Like the neighborhoods that are around there, it's not cheap at all.
Oh
Yeah, it's and your proximity to like that's where the Northeast Extension meets the Schuylkill Expressway and like 276, 76, 476, everything like kind of meets right there. So there's a lot of people that go on and off the highways going in and out of there. So it's a great area.
Yeah. So that's all I had to say. That was my week in a nutshell. And now I know Ivo's been just like fucking just foaming at the mouth, waiting for you to start your week.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's been making comments
my
all throughout
God.
the chat.
So is it my week?
It is your week.
Well, I'm going to start with happy things.
Okay.
So it's Masters Week. So what does that mean for Jason? Nothing.
Master's degree.
No. It's the Masters at Augusta, like
Right.
golf.
Golf.
The green jacket, you know,
Yeah.
golf.
The little white ball, right?
The little white ball, right?
gotcha.
You know, where you hit it and then you go and you fucking find it and you hit it again. Yeah, so it's Masters Week. This is Masters Week for me is like the unofficial beginning of spring. It's
Thank you. You ever see that SNL skit where the one guy, what the fuck is his name?
I have no idea.
It was where the guy's wearing like the really thick sweater at like a Christmas party, and it's all hot. It was like a warm day, and they've got the heat cranked, and he's like, "Oh, it's so hot," and he's ripping it off. That's how I feel right now. So I had Kristen just bring me a pair of my gym shorts. I don't think you can see anything on the screen, but
Jason is definitely taking off his pants right now. That is 100% happening right now.
yeah,
And his fuck pillow is in the background too, so I am deathly afraid.
yeah, no.
I'm gonna take my glasses
I
off.
asked Kristen to bring me a pair of my gym shorts because,
It is definitely warm in here.
yeah.
Um,
So there you go.
take off my glasses so I
Yes.
don't see Jason's dick.
Dane Cook, thank you, Kristen. Yeah, where Dane Cook's in the fucking hot sweater, and he's like, "Oh God, I'm so hot." That's how I felt since we started going live. I'm like, "Fuck, it's hot in here."
Oh, I'm glad you got that taken care of.
Yes, so now I'm a little bit more comfortable.
Good.
I take off my shoes and socks. Hope
Yeah,
it
I saw
doesn't
you
snow.
take your socks off. That was like, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Changing of the seasons. Anyway, carry on. Happy stuff.
yeah. So
Masters.
the Masters is like the unofficial beginning of spring for me. That's like, hey, the azaleas are blooming, and Masters is on television. Like it's, I don't watch a lot of golf on TV, but I watch the Masters because it's one of those golf courses. It's a bucket list thing. I want to go to Augusta, Georgia. I want to be able to walk on those grounds because I've been looking at it on television since I was a wee lad.
Yeah.
Like, and watching it I can remember Easter Sunday, with my grandfather. It would be on like when we're having lunch, Easter, having everything set up and everything. It's just one of those memories that I always have. And just, it's the beginning of kind of like my golf season. So, and one of my things this year to try and keep me in a little bit better shape is I'm going to play more golf.
Okay.
So this for me is like a big one this year. So it's Masters Week. So that's good stuff. And I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent.
So I texted Jason at some point this week. I don't know what day that was.
It was pretty early in the week, I
So
think.
I gotta take my glasses off. They're all fogging. How is your glasses not fogging?
I think I got that
That anti-glare shit.
yeah,
I need to spit on mine like they're
all of the
like you do on scuba, like your scuba goggles. If you spit on them and they won't fog. Which means I can't read the chat, but so much the better. So I'm at whatever day it was, I'm gonna get the car washed, right? And I go down to this place down the road from me, and they have a drive-through. It's like $10. They do a good job.
I love those places. Yeah, the drive-through car washes.
Yeah, they scrub it up real good before it goes in there, and then spray. You drive out, fucking perfect. So I pull up, and there's kind of a line, which makes sense. It was nice out. I think it was Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. Whatever. So it was nice out. You kind of expect people to have their out getting their cars washed.
Sure. Yeah.
And my lazy ass, I haven't gone into the crawl space to like unfuck the water back onto the outside of the house to wash my own goddamn car.
Right.
Because it's still like been getting into the 30s in the morning, and I'm just too paranoid. But it's getting to the point now where I should really just go into crawl space and turn on my water, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, I fucking get to the car wash, and I'm pulling up, and the way the line is, like this kid kind of like waves at me, and he's like, "Hey, you might want to wait." I'm like, "Why? What's going on?" He's like, "Well, this lady, she doesn't know how to put her car into neutral, and she refuses. She says her car does not go into neutral, and she refuses to back out so that she can like go away and let everyone else go through."
Wow.
So there's like a line of people going in. So I'm like, well, I don't have anywhere to be right now, so I'm going to sit here and watch the show. So he puts cones out, and he's like telling everybody else in line. He's like, listen, this is what's going on, right? And this woman is just going bananas, right? They're trying to explain to her, like, look, you have to put the car in neutral. Like, you can't like drive through these things. You put your car in neutral because it's on like a track.
Right, and it pulls you.
It pulls the car through it. Like if your car's in gear, or if the brake it's riding a brake, it's going to fucking damage their equipment. So your fucking BMW, by the way, BMW X3, your BMW A most assuredly goes into neutral.
Yeah.
Every car ever can go into neutral.
Yeah, I've
right?
never heard of a car that can't go into neutral.
The
That's
fact,
stupid.
and honestly, I know it probably has the same fucking like little twisty knob that my car has, where you just fucking have to do, and you fucking like when I put my car into neutral, I have to push the button. It says, "Hey, do you want to keep it in neutral?" Yes, and I push a button. The little thing pops up in front of my face and says, "Hey, do you want to do this?" Yes, I do. Right, and that's it.
Yeah.
You let off the brake and you fucking go about your day. Well, no, this woman is fucking adamant. Another kid was on his phone. He's like, hey, this is your car. This is like a YouTube video to show her how to do it. She fucking refuses. You can't talk to me like that. You can't tell me what to do. You know, my car doesn't do that. And then she refuses to fucking move. So I'm like, well, this is interesting. I'm like, I'm going to ride this out because this is one way or the other. This is going to resolve itself.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting, and then finally, like, she fucking yields and decides she's going to back up and fucking pull out, right? Meanwhile, people behind her, like, hollering at her because it's not these kids' fault.
Yeah.
Like, they're just trying to, like, they got money out and they started handing people cash back that had paid, like, through the kiosk.
Sure, yeah.
They started handing people their money back. It was like, look, sorry, we're not, as soon, but they can't go anywhere because this broad's blocking the whole fucking thing.
Right.
So until she pulls the fuck out, nobody else can fucking leave either. So now this like woman that's immediately behind her is like, look, hey lady, you've wasted enough of my time today. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Right. So she pulls out and parks like right next to the building.
Oh God.
Right. So she's sitting there and then like, okay, finally like, all right, we go through. And I feel terrible for these kids, right? It's because it's not, they're trying their best. I'm sitting there listening to the whole conversation. They weren't being fucking belligerent or anything else. It's like, look, you can't, your car has to be in neutral. You can't just you can't drive through this.
Yeah, that's how these things work.
Yeah, you're going to damage our fucking equipment. We can't let you do this.
Yeah.
Right? Here's your money back. You can't.
Yeah, go away.
Here's how you do it to your car. If you don't want to follow these instructions, then you're going to have to leave.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, she's staying there. I'm coming through the kiosk now. They're catching up to everybody. And then as I'm coming around, right, I see a fucking unmarked car come up. I'm like, oh, the cops are here.
Ooh.
Oh, this got even better. Right. So this sergeant comes out of the car and comes up to the kid. And he's like, hey, who called? Right? He's like this, and the kid's like, oh, she did, right?
What?
It's this BMW, right? Yeah, this BMW, black BMW, Penske tags, right? No fucking business, fucking even, if you don't know how to operate your own motor fucking vehicle, all right? And then get fucking indignant when somebody tries to explain to you how to put your vehicle into neutral so you can go through the car wash, and then B, asks you, well, if you can't do this and you're potentially going to damage my equipment, then here's your money back. You're going to have to leave. Right? You're going to be such a fucking indignant bitch about it, or a fucking cunt about it. Then you're going to sit there and you're going to call the cops because how dare he speak to her in this way, right? Wow. So now this kid, he's like, he's doing in front of my car, and I'm just like, oh man, this poor kid. And he's just like, I can't fucking believe it. Right? So the cop, she rolls down the window. She's like, doing fucking the whole Karen bit, man.
Yeah.
And the other kid comes out like, look, he's like, look, sir, here's what I showed her on my phone on how to make her car go into neutral. She says that her car does not go into neutral. We explained to her that she can't, it has to be in neutral or she can't use the car wash. We gave her money back. Right. So by the time that had happened and I had gone through the thing, because I just kept going.
Yeah.
By the time I got through the other side of the car wash, she was driving off and the cop was driving off. So you know damn well the cop was like, ma'am, you got your money back. This is you really need to understand how to fucking drive your car.
Right.
And this is not their fault. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
And fucking roll the fuck out.
But I guarantee you that fucking cunt probably called the car wash. I want to speak to the manager.
Right. Oh, I am the manager, B.
Yeah. Yo, your job is done.
But I just could not believe just how.
Hey, listen, sister, I got to go take a shit.
Yeah, I suck toes. What kind of pop copy? Can I help you? I felt terrible for these kids. You know, they're out there. They're working. They're making a living.
Yeah.
And I could see if they were like, hey, get your fucking car. Like if they were indignant or fucking. And I was sitting there. I was listening to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I was in that position too. I wasn't. And I think that I was a little bit more calm about it because I wasn't trapped in line like everyone else. Like I could have fucking rolled out and not stayed and watched the show. Like I had that ability because I wasn't stuck in the queue.
Yeah.
I think if I was stuck in that queue, I would have been a little bit more pissed off. But since I wasn't, I was just a spectator at that point. Then I was just like, the audacity of it. Like, know how to fucking drive your car. Right, this is a BMW. It can go into neutral. You should know that it can go into neutral. And this woman was not young. This is not like a teenager who didn't understand. This wasn't somebody who was like, "Hey, I don't know how to do this. Can you help me?" No, it was like, "My car doesn't do that. My car doesn't go into neutral. Like you can't tell me what to do." Like, oh fucking really? I was like, oh, okay. Well, this. I would have been like, all right, well, guess what? Your car also does not do. It does not get washed. It does fucking car wash. Get the fuck out of here.
I'd have just been like, ma'am, I need you to roll your window down a little bit more and then hawked a lug right in her fucking face.
Yeah, that's I'm there's a really good reason that I don't work with the general public.
Yeah. Incidents like that would probably not end well for them.
And then to fucking like finally get out of line and then park next to the fucking car wash and sit there and call the cops. And then what? What's your expectation? The cops are going to come and be like, well, man, we're going to get an apology out of these young men, and we're going to get your car washed for you, and they're going to spit shine your tires. Like, what the fuck do you think is going to happen here? Like, are you satisfied now that you've just wasted so many other people's fucking time, you fucking cunt? Just you obviously don't know what the fuck you're doing. Stay in your fucking car, which, by the way, she probably weighed fucking 480 pounds. It was one of those where, like, you know, you know what you see Cartman, like when they're that South Park when they're playing the video game.
Oh yeah,
and they're so obese they're like this.
Mom, bathroom,
bathroom, man.
Bathroom.
That's like I'm just like, oh man, I don't know how these fucking kids. I wish I had cash. I literally wish I had some cash. I would have tipped these guys a little bit more, but I fucking people are the absolute fucking worst. They're just the absolute worst. I can't. Oh,
yeah.
Just fucking terrible. And this is why humanity sucks.
Yep. And
Who's virgin ears?
It's only getting worse.
It is. This sense.
Yeah, and it's not just fucking millennials, obviously, given this lady.
No. She was older than us.
Yeah.
Right? And she probably takes her car to the fucking dealership and if they wash it at the dealership when she gets her oil changed. If she does, even. Like she gets a new car when instead of getting an oil change. Who fucking knows? It's fucking twats. But you know, you have a $70,000 fucking SUV at the baseline, and you're driving it through like the maximum you can pay is $10.
Right. In
New Jersey. Why are you in New Jersey? Why are you at this random gas station in Deptford, New Jersey? Yeah. Why? Like, and this is where you chose to this is the hill you're going to die on.
Yeah.
Is you're going to, with these kids and outside of this fucking car wash. Fuck you. Fucking cunt. anyway,
Yeah. So anyway,
yeah, that's fun.
yeah. You got anything else for your week?
Yeah, I got more.
All right.
So remember, I think last week I think I showed this
Yes.
to the camera.
Oh fuck! I just shot off a missile. I was very excited. Oh yeah.
So I figured I'd bring it in, especially because we're doing Bad Batch. Did you shoot another one?
Shit! No, something fell off the bottom.
God damn it, Jason.
I'm not good at holding Legos. It's all right. I got it. It's
That's why we can't have nice things.
whatever this is. It fell off the bottom. I was just holding it. I don't know.
I don't even know where it went. And I don't have my glasses on, so I can't tell right now.
I'm just gonna put it on the back here.
But here's the dudes. Here's the batch.
Yeah, yeah. That's probably not where that goes. Oh shit! I see where it goes.
So
Oh fuck.
I brought the
it
Bad
just fell
Batches ship in today, especially I figured since we're doing the batch.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to take that home with me. I really like the ship.
Yeah. You don't want it in within reach of me because
Apparently not.
I can't handle it.
But I am going to. I brought for display only.
Ooh.
I don't think this has been brought in.
Ah shit.
Did you shoot off another one?
No, another piece fell off. How do you handle these things without pieces falling off all over the place?
I don't know. I'm afraid to even hand you this one.
Yeah. Ooh, and then I slave one
Yeah.
with Boba inside.
Yeah. And this is the Disney branded Boba Fett ship,
Yeah.
not Slave One.
Right. Even though slavery is rampant in Star Wars.
Yeah. Go figure. And then with this guy. So I think I talked about it last week too. I had these kind of hanging up. So I had Boba chasing Obi-Wan. I had him like inverted, kind of hanging from the ceiling. So, but then I put up a TIE fighter and an X-wing
Well,
in their place.
You're free to try to hang them up in here if you want. I don't
Yeah,
know how well you can make it work, but
I might have to do that.
and
But I don't have the equipment to do that today.
we've got the whole batch here in Lego form.
So figured I have these guys. I didn't want to take them apart and put them away. I think they're too displayable.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really nice.
I am trying to work on some because I had the display for the N1 up there. I want to try and build a display where this guy can sit up like in the same manner.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that. But
Yeah,
yeah, these guys can live here and we can play Legos with these guys.
All right. Just don't let me touch them.
And then the last is this.
What? Oh, I love puzzles.
So my daughter and her boyfriend, when we went out and visited a couple weeks ago now, they had got me this puzzle,
Nice.
and I was like, oh, I must bring it to the show because that looks like a bitch of a puzzle, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's Vader, and but look at what how he's standing on top of the corpse of the fucking.
Oh, he's got his foot on the dude.
He's got his foot on the fucking corpse of the guy who's sliced open like that.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah. It's just it's a cool fucking picture. I don't know if people can see it. But yeah, I think they said they got it like it may have been on clearance or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But
either
yeah,
way,
it was
looks fun. And if you ever put it together.
it's going to stay here.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to put together here. It's cuz there's an issue with puzzles at the house. So when we start putting puzzles together at home, like it's like, oh, everyone's happy with it, and then it's like this puzzle needs to get done right fucking now, and then now all of a sudden everyone's up till like 2 a.m. working on the puzzle.
Right.
So it's a little bit contentious sometimes when there's a puzzle in the house.
Yeah, we haven't been able to do puzzles in quite some time because we've always had fucking cats
Oh God!
and fuck cats. But we no longer have cats, so we could.
Oh, there you go.
We could actually do puzzles again.
You and the gang can you can put that one together. Feel free.
All right, cool. I may do
Yeah,
that.
that's it. I think that would be fantastic, and I'd love to see it when it's put together.
Excellent.
The last bit. Fuck. Damn it! I had something.
Is it in the notes?
No, it's not. But it needed to be, and I fucking forgot. Damn it, Dave, you suck. Ah, fuck. It was important.
If it was that important, you'd either remember or put in the fucking notes.
You know, that's not a real thing. I don't remember what I was supposed to do, but I fucking. Do you remember the? This isn't what I'm supposed to be remembering, but I'm going to remember this. Last night, we were what were we watching? Somehow potato chips came up in a conversation Kathy and I were having. And then I said, "Oh, do you remember that fucking Tato Skins fucking commercial?
Yeah.
Tato Skins got baked potato appeal because they're made from potato skins that are real."
Yeah.
Right? And she looked at me like I was fucking nuts.
No, I totally remember
Right?
those. Yeah, and they had the commercial where the chips were spinning.
Yeah.
And like one side was the skin, the other side wasn't.
Yes. And I went on fucking YouTube and there it was in all its glory.
Fuck yeah.
When do you think that commercial came out?
88.
86.
Oh, damn.
That was a long fucking time ago.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that old.
Yeah. Neither did I.
Wow.
Why can I remember that? Yeah, I can't remember so much other shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Tato Skins, people.
they were dope. Oh yeah, that's right. G-Force mentioned in the chat before when I was talking about Black Series, he asked me if I was going to pre-order the new Black Kyrgyzstan that I guess
Yes.
is going on sale tomorrow. I might. Yeah,
Yeah, it might be.
I mean, I already have a Black Kyrgyzstan, but it's the comic book version, not the Book of Boba Fett version. So we'll see. It's probably not going to be high on the priority list
Right.
because I'm trying not to get repeats of stuff that I already have.
Right.
When there's so many other troopers and characters that I don't have that I still need to get.
Fuck, Jason. What the fuck?
Dude, I don't know. And it's Kyrgyzstan, Lunar Girl. Get it right.
Kyrgyzstan, like the country.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly like the country.
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah.
That's how we pronounce things.
Yeah.
You know what would be a great t-shirt? A pronunciation guide. Like a sidebar
Rodinians?
Yeah, a sidebar cantina pronunciation guide.
Yeah,
and just have our fucking shit
Yeah.
across the bottom.
Rodinian.
Right.
Black Kyrgyzstan.
Somebody make that happen. Somebody write that down before I fucking forget.
Yeah. Like you forgot this other super important thing.
Oh my god! And that brings up another thing. Now I had a good idea for something, and it's not there. It's not there. Fuck.
All right. Well,
This is bad. This
maybe
is
it'll
really
come
bad.
to you. And if it ever does come to you and we're not here in the studio, write it down. Maybe jog it into the notes in your phone.
I do that all the time, Jason. You have no idea. The randomness of the notes on my fucking phone, you would not believe. You would not fucking believe.
I don't know. I think I kind of would believe, honestly.
Yeah, you would. Honestly,
Yeah.
you would. There's a lot of random shit in here.
Yeah.
It's actually quite frightening. There is. Did you want to know anything about the 2022 NFL rule book? Because that's in my notes.
Why?
I don't know, Jason. I don't know. Tato skins got baked potato appeal because they're made from potatoes and skins that are real. That's those fucking guys that did that marketing in the 80s.
Yeah.
Absolute fucking geniuses.
Get your ski shined up, grab a stick of juicy fruit.
The taste is gonna move ya.
Take a sniff,
pull it out.
The
Taste is gonna pull it in your wait, what?
The taste is gonna move you when you pop it in your
mouth.
mouth. Juicy fruit, it's gonna move you. Juicy soft, it
Gets right through ya. Juicy fruit. The taste is gonna move ya. Juicy fruit. God, they were fucking geniuses.
Yeah.
That shit is embedded in our fucking brains. It
Yeah.
is the shit that when we have Alzheimer's, that's the stuff that's gonna fly out of our mouths.
Yeah.
We're sitting in some fucking home.
Yeah,
going
we're sitting
like,
there with our kids and our grandkids. Who are you?
Juicy fruit, it's gonna move ya. Ah! With my hand puppet. Ah! Taste right through ya.
Oh, do you think Miss Lopez will still have all of her mental facilities when Dave's brain deteriorates?
Maybe.
And that's all that's going to be left?
That would be fucking hilarious.
It's Miss Lopez.
Like, how do... Mommy? Why is it whenever we talk to Granddad, we can only talk to the hand? It's creepy. I know, honey. I know, but that's the only way that we can talk to the real person.
Yeah.
We laugh, but this is now out there in the ether as documentation that we predicted it.
Yeah. That big red freshness gets right to ya.
Your fresh breath goes on and on while you chew it. Say goodbye a little longer. Make it last a little longer. Keep your breath on your freshness with Big Red.
Somebody mentioned Big Red in the chat, so
I see that.
I just had to throw that out there.
All right, I'm gonna put these up.
So you're right now listening to the nonsensical ravings of two would-be podcasters. So
Two Gen Xers.
two Gen Xers, yes.
This is the shit. This is the shit that we remember.
Yeah,
As should you.
yeah. Well, I know at least a couple people weren't alive that listened to our show regularly back then.
can find this shit on YouTube.
That is true, and why wouldn't you try to find it? All right, are we done with our weeks? Can we move on to the main topic? Because it's already 6:30. And
Sure.
all right,
Whatever that thing is, I'm supposed to remember.
if it comes to you, it comes to you.
Facts.
All right, so the Bad Batch,
Right.
final 4 episodes.
4 episodes.
Yes, and we could rename part of the show. Dave was right, because as I'm making my notes, there were at least 2 instances of things that you predicted that you were fucking spot on about. So we'll talk about those as it goes.
Yeah, but I'm used to that, honestly.
All right, fair enough. So we start off with episode 13. Are you okay?
I don't have my glasses on, so my depth perception is like all fucking wonky. Like I can't. What is happening?
Oh, this is chaos. This is what happens when we don't record on Mondays.
Right? Everything is off.
Yeah. So yeah, episode 13, Pabu. Now, this episode has all of the makings of an episode that Jason would not like. The
Right.
Wanda Sykes character, Fee, is back.
Right.
It's a stupid name for an episode title.
Right.
And it doesn't move the overall storyline forward very much.
Right.
But I actually enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, because it was not. It didn't finish. It didn't. The Wanda Sykes character wasn't doing like the same.
Yeah, she
it
wasn't being
the same-
annoying.
It wasn't the same bit.
Right.
Right. We've moved on from the bit that she was doing with Sid. It's like kind of moved into something else.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm happy with that. I actually did not dislike her character. Actually, I didn't dislike her character for the couple of times we saw her through the rest of this season, which was good. So she's actually now showing some personality and not just like, oh, look how smart I am, and you're all idiots, and let me make fun of you all, just
Just
like
like my
Sid.
glasses like this. Is that distracting?
Yes, for me it is.
I might have to though.
Oh boy,
There we go.
they're still fogging up. All right, anyway, so yes, the whole premise of this episode is they start off by, apparently the whole opening scene of this fucking episode is like a bunch of Indiana Jones references where they're like negotiating at the fucking table, which is apparently the same as at the start of Temple of Doom, I want to say, when he's at the table negotiating with that fucking gang or whatever. And just anyway, like I was watching a video. They had all these like fucking Indiana Jones references in here. But yeah, it was like Omega and fucking Fee trying to get this artifact from this group of gangsters. Well, you had the Batch in the bar also, you know, as backup. Shit happens. They get the fucking treasure. They go to this planet Pabu. But before that, as they're fucking flying away from this job, Sid calls them. They get a transmission from Sid, and
Right.
she basically makes some not so subtle fucking threats. You know,
Right.
She's like, "Where the fuck have you been? I haven't seen you in 20 fucking days."
Yeah, it's not
You
not
know?
wise to fucking not answer my fucking phone calls.
Right. She's like, "Yeah, don't forget who you're fucking talking to and what I know about you and all that stuff." So she's making some very, again, not subtle threats to the Batch, and they're like, "Well, fuck, I guess we got to go lay low somewhere." That's when Fee says, "Hey, let's go to this other place. I got coordinates." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, when she's like, "Oh, you're kind of on the outs with Sid, huh?"
Yeah.
And I think that's where you get where the Wanda Sykes character is now like, "Oh, all right, she's not in bed with Sid, so maybe this is why."
Yeah.
It kind of leans into this better. It's better.
Yeah, yeah. And they land on Pabu. That's this basically it's this island on a water world where all these fucking refugees have come from all over the galaxy.
Yeah, it's. I had this Interstellar flashback
Oh,
with the
with the water.
with the tidal wave
Yeah.
when it came.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of like the recent incident in Japan when they had the fucking quake offshore and then you know.
Or also yes, but
Yeah.
I mean same. I guess tsunami.
Yeah.
They alluded to it like it was tsunami, but I think it was more like a tidal wave.
yeah. They didn't actually say either word, just
Right.
that the tide was coming in.
Right.
So, but yeah. No, because they get there and everything's like fucking great, right?
Right.
Omega makes a fucking friend.
Right.
You know, Fee's telling Hunter, like, this is the kind of place you want to raise her.
Right.
Like, place is beautiful.
Goggles is getting hand jobs.
Yeah, apparently fucking, like, because they made a comment where when Fee walks up to the mayor and hugs him and all that, and fucking Wrecker goes, you got some competition talking to Tech. And I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? And
Well,
then,
but I mean, it was kind of obvious that she had been like smitten, air quote, for lack of a better word, with Goggles. Why can't I use anybody's name?
Tech.
Tech.
Well,
Thank
I mean,
you.
you can call them Goggles, but everybody knows who you're talking about. But yeah, no, this was the first time I had thought of like anything was going on there. Maybe I just was not paying too close a fucking attention. But after Wrecker made that comment, I started noticing is there a problem? This is why you don't answer your fucking phone.
I'm not answering my phone. I had this like random thought that I had to, like, why?
So what's going on?
Why can't I see my Funko Pop collection?
I don't know. I don't use that app. Is there a filter on that's got everything else out?
There's no filters are displayed. There's nothing.
Well, then maybe the fucking app's down. Maybe their servers are down.
I am unhappy. It says it has like there's this many items and then it doesn't show any. So I wanted to see how much you know what, I'll save that for later. Never mind.
Okay. So anyway, yeah,
Sorry.
they get there and everything's great, you know, like fucking beautiful sunsets and fucking just all kinds of like Omega goes out on a fucking boat with her new friend.
Wrecker's eating different things. He's having
Yeah.
something besides chicken nuggets.
Yeah, there's new kinds of monkeys that are like cute and
Right.
yeah, so it's like, well, fuck, man, this is great. So at first I'm like, these motherfuckers are about to like capture the batch and like fucking sell them to the Empire or something.
Oh, yeah,
Because it's like things are going too right.
This is about to go from dusk till dawn. Some shit. Fucking, they're
Yeah.
all gonna turn into vampires.
Yeah, yeah. You know, because it's like this is just something's wrong.
Right.
Here. This just isn't right. And then of course, all of a sudden, doom, you or like the monkeys like start acting weird. Hunter like is looking around. He's like, what the fuck's going on? And then all of a sudden, like big earthquake
Right.
shakes the whole fucking island. They're like, oh, yeah, you know, this happens.
Meanwhile, Omega's out on her own,
Yeah.
inexplicably out on her own with the new chick
Right.
out in the water. Like,
As
what
the
could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Of
Yeah.
course. Jesus
So
Christ.
yeah, the fucking tide like fucking pulls out and like sucks him out farther, and the whole rest of the episode becomes like a big rescue job, which you know the whole batch are helping the mayor relocate everybody because like there's a ground level and then there's the top level of this fucking island. They had to get everybody from the ground level up. Again, I'm thinking of that fucking Japan quake and like the footage I saw of the tsunami and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
As I'm watching this, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, that's not a happy place.
Yeah, and then there was another one somewhere out in like like the South Pacific or something, wasn't there? Like several years ago, or in like one of those fucking
like Tuvalu or
one of those
someplace like
vacation
that.
islands. This happened. God, this might have been like 10 years ago now or more. But yeah, there was some horrible like tsunami footage from that as well. Mm-hmm. Anyway. But yeah, so that happens. They save everybody. Fucking Hunter's got to like fly down in their ship. He's got to get in their ship. It takes him like 3 hours to get to his fucking ship. By the way, like there's all these scenes going on, and it's like him just constantly running to the ship. You know what it reminded me of?
Oh, I remembered.
All right, what is it? Say it right now.
I was playing. I played through the fucking game.
Oh,
I played through Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, okay.
This reminded me of that. Sidebar. So I was playing through Jedi Fallen Order, and my favorite part about Jedi Fallen Order is like force dragging a stormtrooper into my fucking lightsaber.
Yeah.
And then or like just slicing through like all the fucking animals and everything around, and you just see this like cauterized hunk of fucking meat that's laying around.
Yeah.
I am so looking forward to that new game when it comes out in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Fuck, I really got to replay the first one.
Yeah, I look, as part of this sidebar, a Star Wars related sidebar.
Yeah.
I would say if you're interested in playing it, like you don't have a lot of time and you just want to get through it, I would play it in the story mode.
Right.
Because you're
it's the
still
easiest.
playing it. It's the easiest mode. It's not actually like you're not just watching the things.
Yeah.
It just means that you're playing at the easiest level.
Yeah.
So, but you're still getting to fucking do shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then just get to the fucking get to watch it. Bug eyes notwithstanding. Like the graphics are really good.
Yeah.
Aside from bug eyes and some like the hair features on the Xbox X, the fucking graphics are really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, all the athletics and all the world pieces and all that other shit. If this game, they've been working on it for this long, whatever they come out with is going to be fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I bet it's going to look incredible. Because
Yeah.
it's going to be optimized for the new system.
Exactly. So I'm super stoked.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked. And I'm at the point now where I think the reason that I was like, you know what, I'm going to focus on playing this is because I've like I drifted away from Call of Duty a little bit after like what happened with the recent school shooting. Well, here's why. There was like some of the video that I watched, and it kind of kicked off something in my brain that was related to something else. It was internal to me. I'm not making any social commentary. It's just internal to me, because I'm going to annihilate people with my fucking lightsaber. Don't get me wrong. I just didn't need to fucking be doing that at that moment. So
Okay.
I reverted to the fucking lightsaber. So I'm still killing. I'm just doing it with the lightsaber. That's all.
It's an elegant weapon for
That's
a
right.
more civilized age.
Exactly.
All right, fair enough. So yeah, Fallen Order. We'll talk more about that next week.
Yes.
Anyway, and that's really the end of the Pabu episode. The batch, they get everybody to safety,
Right.
and then they decide, hey, we're gonna hang out and kind of help you guys rebuild. As the whole time, you can tell, like Fee's trying to get Hunter to stay for Omega's sake, because she likes Omega. She's kind
Right.
of like
She
got
likes
a bond
Omega.
with her.
She has a thing for fucking tech.
Yeah, she wants to bone Tech.
Right.
So yeah, it's
Brown eyes.
Yeah.
She calls him.
Yeah.
Dude's got a lot of fucking nicknames.
Uh-huh.
You got tech. You got fucking goggles. You got brown eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shame.
Good for him. Well, yeah, we'll get there. So, but that's the end of the episode. Again, I actually did not hate this episode. Even though it has all of the pieces that I would hate, didn't dislike it. In fact, I didn't dislike any of these episodes.
Yeah, it was when I watched it, because again, I watched it in like the week it came out. I was like, okay, all right, I don't know where you're going with this. Like this is like this riding off into the sunset. I was fully expecting like you a Dusk Till Dawn fucking moment.
Right.
I'm like, okay, Empire's gonna find him. Like,
right. Yeah.
like
I was
this-
also expecting that.
yeah, something. The other shoe is going to drop here
Yep.
at some point.
Yeah, but no, not so much. So we move right into the next episode, Tipping Point, which starts off with a bunch of clones who are being, they're prisoners, and they're being transported on a military transport that has like a combination of both like Republic commandos and stormtroopers.
Right.
And the whole point of this is Echo and his team now that he's working with of clones who are now defected from the Empire. They roll in to fucking rescue these guys. They got
Right.
this fucking ship that can split into two and fucking attach to the top and bottom. And
Yeah, they had this like, all right, it gives you this is like this special glimpse into like, okay, this is what's happening to the clones.
Yeah.
Immediately into this episode, I'm like, all right, Here we go. Here
Yeah.
we go. What's going on with the fucking clones?
Yeah.
Let's further this narrative.
And
I'm all about it.
And I fucking love watching these scenes of clones in their prime, like shooting it out with fucking stormtroopers.
Yeah.
That's like, I love seeing that the two generations of troops there fighting each other.
Yeah, it's crazy too. Like, I fucking Fallen Order. It made me think of, you talk about seeing the clones, right? So you have the clone trooper, and when you're playing through Fallen Order, you get to a point where you're like, you come across clone trooper armor, like they've obviously been dead for a while, but they're like they're in this like frozen tomb almost.
Oh shit.
So you're like swimming by them, and like you push the bodies, and there's like they're kind of floating by, and it's like, but the armor is so perfect.
Yeah.
Like, this is clone armor, and then you fucking get to the surface and you're fighting stormtroopers. Like, they bridged that gap so cleanly with this story, that in a way that I didn't appreciate until, because I think when the game first came out, we weren't as emotionally involved in Rebels and some of the clones.
Because when did the
Clone
game
Wars
come
stuff?
when did Fallen Order come out?
I don't know.
Because like had Bad Batch even started at that point? I don't fucking remember. I don't know. Jedi Fallen Order. We're doing it live.
I'll let you do that. Glasses are like half on my face right now, like right in the middle of the bifocal.
Oh, so this came out November of 2019.
All right, so it's not,
So
Fallen Order came out.
yeah, 'cause
19?
it came out right before fucking Rise of Skywalker. So the Bad Batch season
was 21.
was it 21 season 1 date? Yeah, May 4th, 2021. Yeah,
Yeah.
when the Bad Batch started.
So you're getting, like I said, like playing it now, and then kind of, I guess I appreciate some of this stuff a little bit more. Like
Yeah.
as you know, in the podcast, as we've gone kind of back and forth and gotten more involved in what's going on in the Clone Wars and with Rebels and the other stuff. So yeah, it's just another reason to kind of be excited for a video game that's getting ready to come out
For sure.
after Celebration. So I'm wondering if we'll see something in Celebration.
I bet they're gonna have like playable versions of the game at Celebration. I bet that's probably what they're going to be doing.
Probably.
And
I mean,
I'm sure the actor will be there.
they've had full trailers. I mean, it's been pretty, like, I think they're
we've seen everything we need to see. at
yeah,
this point.
because the game was supposed to be out already.
yeah, they delayed it.
Yeah, they delayed because it was supposed to be in March. Wasn't it like April 1st or March 31st was supposed to be?
March 15th, I think.
So we should have already been playing that goddamn game.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. So
clones.
yeah, clones. So yeah, they go in, Echo and company, they roll up, they extract the fucking prisoners. They try to get the data from the ship, but they had a protocol in place to fucking delete all the data if there was any kind of compromise.
Right.
They grab the officer, they're like, "Tell me where you're going," and he fucking bites the
Yep.
So we've
Takes
been
himself
seeing,
out.
Yeah, so we've been seeing that a lot between both Mando and Bad Batch. And
Yeah.
as this goes along, there's so many parallels between the two, between Mando and Bad Batch. So it's almost like they planned it this way.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got that sense too when I was watching these episodes, like between the two series. I'm like, man, I almost get it. I almost get why these, like, we kind of question their logic. Why have two series come out at the same time, like two of their bigger, projects? Why have them both out at the same time? Why not do Bad Batch and then do Mandalorian, or vice versa? I almost get it.
Yeah.
I almost get it, because it seems like they're kind of.
Yeah, like maybe that was the plan all along. Maybe the creators, of Bad Batch were working hand in hand with fucking Favreau and Filoni to kind of line some of these similar threads up. And it's mostly the threads with the cloning, right? That's where we're going with with the similarities.
Right.
So anyway, Crosshair is still in captivity. They fucking roll in a like that fucking. Sorry. So it starts off, he's with that fucking chick, the New Zealand accent, the Emery Carr person that we were questioning in a previous episode.
Right.
She's talking to him. She's like, "Yeah, you really need to fucking cooperate with Dr. Hemlock, because he's gonna get some answers from you no matter what. So you better fucking cooperate. And they eventually roll in the fucking womp.
Right.
The fucking
Dr. Ball.
Yeah, Dr. Ball.
Yeah, bring in Dr. Ball for his fucking expertise.
Yeah, and they fucking they're pumping him with all the juice, and they're doing everything they can to essentially get them to have Crosshair lead them to Omega one way or the other, right?
Right.
We set this up in previous episodes. Crosshair actually gets a chance to escape during this part,
right?
And he's fucked up, like he's kind of limping, he's like full of drugs,
right?
So he's just like shooting fucking randomly, but he's able to at least get away from the idiotic stormtroopers. And he gets to a fucking console, and he actually tries to send out a message to fucking warn the batch,
right?
Before,
which he does, he gets a partial message out.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Before Dr. Hemlock shows up again and like fucking gasses him with a gas that he has the antidote.
Right, because he apparently fucking enjoys gassing himself because he's such a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, no, he's fucking evil too, man.
Yeah, man.
This guy's
that dude's one of the creepiest guys. He's got like this Crispin Glover creepiness to him.
Yeah.
That's just very fucking like, whoa, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And let's appreciate for a moment the fact that like we've entered this this episode and the next two, we've entered this is not for you, kids.
Yeah.
Like this is like we're entering into areas of like, okay, this is like these are life or death struggles.
Yeah.
And adult concepts of this isn't Wrecker fucking just making jokes and fucking knocking stuff down. This is like we're introducing some serious life concepts into this show, which I love. I fucking love. Let's get dark. Let's tell this story. Let's tell it to us.
Yeah,
because that's the most important thing is telling it to me, entertain me. God damn it.
Yeah, but the batch gets dark, and especially after they recapture Crosshair and they go all out with the fucking torture and the mind probe at that point. But we go back to Pabu, where the batch are there and they're all fucking rebuilding and everything. Omega's taking flying lessons,
right.
So
flying the shit out of this fucking poor thing, flying it like Jason handles it, fucking poorly,
pretty much,
and losing parts everywhere.
Yeah, and Tech's over there just like fucking white knuckling it,
right,
the whole time as she's fucking flying around. But he's giving good instructions
and do the tech maneuver. Like, oh, that's named after me. Oh my god.
Yeah. And Echo arrives, right? So Echo rolls in because they got a little bit of the data from that fucking shuttle. So they're like, all right, we need to, I know a guy who can decrypt this, obviously Tech. Right. So they land, hugs and kisses, and everybody's happy to see Echo again.
Right.
Hey, can you fucking
like, how's the necrosis going there, Echo? Yeah, I know shit keeps falling off on me, but it's all good.
I know. God. His skin's just got
so white.
Yeah, it's like Michael Jackson.
Right.
We go back to Hemlock having a call with Tarkin.
Right.
Yeah, Admiral Tarkin is back, and it's that same guy that's been doing his voice all through like Clone Wars and Rebels and this and and then they're he's questioning like what the fuck's going on? We lost the ship. Is the secret facility going to be compromised?
Can you there at some point, we'll talk about this I guess more in the next episode, but at some point if you're Tarkin, you got to be like, God damn it. Can people just do their fucking job? Do I have to all right, you're going to fucking, I gave you one task. Can't you just do that without losing fucking ships?
Yeah.
Can we not just we're just going to expose our entire operation? Oh, let's just do that.
Yeah.
We're just going to give away the plans. Let's just give away the fucking plans. Hey Vader, you can take care of No, you can't take care of that because your fucking your idiot daughter is fucking involved in this. God damn it. I'm just going to, you know what? Fucking just destroy this thing with me on it, please.
Oh, that's good. And so they're talking about a summit, and they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll finish this conversation at the summit next week or whatever."
Right.
And we move back to Tech decrypting the fucking data. Tells the batch that he learns that Crosshair is also a prisoner at this secret facility.
Right.
They don't know where.
He learns a lot of shit, and it's like, oh fuck, you could tell. And again, this is where that other shoe drops, where it's just like, all right, not only did I find this out, but I found this out and this out, and shit's gone oh fuck,
Yeah.
like this is not good, guys.
Yeah, with all the fucking clone prisoners and everything else. And,
we are in way over our fucking heads.
yep. But of course they decide that they we're gonna run this to ground and
Yeah, because fuck it, why not?
Yeah. And that's it. I mean, we go back to Crosshair getting fucking interrogated again, and that's
Right.
kind of where the episode ends. But yeah, this one was a quick
Yeah,
story that moved it along.
And I think one thing that we didn't touch on that I think is going to be important later is Crosshair's escape, air quote, I think was enabled partially by the
Doctor.
the doctor.
Yeah, because
the chick doctor with the
See-
goggles on.
Oh yeah. The New Zealand accent.
Right.
Young lady.
Whatever her name is.
Yeah, hold on, what is her name again? I've got it written down. Emery Carr.
Right. Obviously not Omega person.
No, because we looked that up. We went to IMDb and we made sure
Right.
that her voice wasn't the same voice as Omega, even though it
Right.
sounded very similar.
Right.
But that might come back around at some point.
Maybe.
So the next episode was the summit, which is the summit that Tarkin was talking about,
Right.
that big meeting that he's having with the fucking doctor and some other folks. And the batch learns about the summit and they're like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to the summit.
So secret mission in uncharted space. Let's
Yeah.
go.
And this is how we're gonna figure all this out. You know,
Right.
because this super doctor guy is gonna be there and blah blah blah.
Right.
Blah. And then they're saying their goodbyes, and this is where we get this is where it's very overt with the whole Tech and Fee relationship thing.
Right.
You know, because she's like, oh, you weren't going to tell me you were leaving.
Right.
and
He's
blah,
like,
blah,
why would I tell you?
blah. Yeah.
Like, all right, you're not that oblivious, dude.
Yeah. And, some of it you think he is kind of playing a little bit too.
Right.
So,
Because he's awkward. Like, he's the 40-year-old version. I mean,
yeah, or he knows, or because he's Tech, he's super smart. He knows what he's doing, and
Right.
he's got to play his
Yeah.
part in the dance.
Right.
That's
I was really trying, baby.
because in anything like this, you got the one person who's coming on strong, and the other one who's got to like, no, I'm got to play a little hard to get.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yep.
So, because she's like, look, I'll suck your dick right now behind the ship, and he's like, no, we have to go.
No, we gotta go. I got things to do.
Yeah,
Got things to do. You can go ahead. You can chill out here for a little bit.
yeah,
I'll be back.
yeah.
Maybe.
So yeah, that happened as they were saying their goodbyes.
Right.
And we go to Iriadu, which is, I guess, it's either Tarkin's home world or just where he has his little fucking base.
And I've heard of this planet before.
Yeah, I feel like
For
we
some
have
reason.
gone there before. Where? I don't remember. There's so many fucking
God,
planets.
So many
and-
planets.
Yeah, so
At least it's not Tatooine.
right. Yeah, we could always go back to Tatooine
Right.
if you're gonna complain about it.
That's right.
No. Iriadu is great.
I could turn this ship right around.
We can go back to Tatooine. So yeah, they get there, and of course, they've got a PPR, right? Because they're flying in, and they're
Right.
like, we've got a PPR, so we've got this clearance code that we
Right.
that we stole, because we always have a stolen Imperial clearance code.
That's right.
That's always the is it a MacGuffin? No, the MacGuffin is the thing that keeps the plot going. This is just like it's like a cliche almost at this point, where every time somebody goes into some Imperial area, it's like, oh, we got a stolen fucking code, or like in Rise of Skywalker, oh, we've got the fucking First Order
Right.
officer chip that gets us into any ship.
Nobody has eyes. But I mean, in fairness, I guess if it was a sensor driven platform and you did have the code and also the ship was kind of shaped.
Yeah, it was a former, because it was their ship during the time of the
Right.
Republic.
It's kind of shaped like a fucking Lambda shuttle.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, like through this episode, they're still using ships from the Republic era. They're
Yeah.
still using, they don't have Star Destroyers yet. They're still using those, the Republic cruisers.
Right. The
Like they're that version of the Star Destroyer, the big ships.
Venator.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. Again, too much shit to remember.
Venator.
Yeah. So, and then,
Your
Go-
fresh breath goes on and on.
yeah. Yeah, but we can remember those fucking jingles.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, and then there's this elevated rail line that's going into Tarkin's place, and then immediately I think of Solo and that fucking
Right.
that rail line that's in that. It's very similar to that.
Yes.
And that's how they're going to get into fucking Tarkin's
Yeah,
base.
and that has no ominous feelings to it whatsoever. Just like with Solo.
yeah, exactly.
exactly.
We're just gonna hop right on the train, roll
Yep,
in.
we're gonna fucking
What could go wrong?
we can hack into it and
Yeah.
like we're gonna spoof the systems and
Oh, and they got in. You know, they definitely got in. They hopped the fucking train. Tech does
Right.
the shit. They fucking they get in. We have this scene where they're sneaking through, and Omega's got to go plant a fucking homing beacon on Homeboy's ship.
Right.
Right. Because it's like, well, this is the Doctor. He's eventually going to go back to their secret base. So we plant a homing beacon on this thing.
right.
And it's all good.
No.
So
This is so. I know you must have thought about this the same way I did.
mm-hmm.
Like no crew is going to do a walk around
Yeah.
and notice the fucking little
Yeah.
antenna with a
Yeah.
red flashing light.
One of the first steps of the pre-flight checklist is do a walk around.
Right.
Look at everything. Make sure nothing looks out
Wait,
of.
that looks weird. What
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah.
Like you're not going to crawl into like the fucking I don't know the
At least go into the wheel well. Or
yeah
something.
go open up the wheel well and
Yeah.
fucking you're small, climb into the wheel well where they're not so smooth. and fucking put it up in there where nobody's gonna see it.
Yeah.
that way you're fucking like it's not gonna get found. Not that
Well.
it matters later anyway. But
Yeah,
she's
she's still like a 12-year-old kid though, so she doesn't know any better. So she right there on
Just
the
like-
fucking gear.
I'm so close to it. Ting! All right, let's go.
Yeah. So, but we had this whole long scene of her like sneaking through and getting past all these troopers to plant this fucking thing, and it all ended up being for naught because I think it was soon after this. Well, first of all, we go to the summit itself. Right, where fucking Tarkin's having his back and forth with the fucking Doctor, and this is
Right.
like, what the fuck are you doing? You want all these resources.
Doctor showed up late, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Showed
yeah.
up late to the fucking briefing,
Yeah.
which is like, you piece of shit.
But you know what? He probably had pretty high favor with the Emperor based on what we know that
I
they're
guess
working
so.
on. Because he could roll in there and be like late to Tarkin's fucking meeting and be like, what? What are
Yeah.
you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Tell the Emperor?
Yeah, exactly? Like
Yeah.
I can't. The audacity of fucking walking into a fucking like this is the group commander's got a fucking meeting right now.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I'm just gonna stroll in here. I'm gonna sit right at the head
Yeah.
table.
And of course, any name drops the Emperor too.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, the Emperor's really, interested in our work and is
Right.
really invested in this. So.
Yeah, and the Emperor's interested in fucking Krennic's shit too, and he's
Right.
sitting right there.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, yeah. So they're talking, they're having this back and forth. Tarkin's talking, and then it goes to fucking Krennic, and I'm just like
Right.
it's the Leo meme, right?
Right.
Where he's pointing at the TV. I'm like, wait a minute, was that Krennic?
Yeah, well, I saw the fucking when I saw the white tunic, I'm like, that's supposed to be Krennic. That's gotta be.
Yeah.
This meeting like this of this fucking
I didn't notice because he was way off to the side, and I'm like focused on Tarkin and the fucking Doctor. So it wasn't until they put the camera right on Krennic's face, I'm like, ah.
and then they
And then
they
he says, Commander
Stardust.
Yeah, then he's like, yeah, Commander Krennic, now update us on Project Stardust. And it's like, ah.
Yeah. Like, okay, now we're interweaving all of the shit.
Yeah, and that's the shit. See, a lot of people complain about Disney Star Wars, and there are some complaints to be had, but they do a great fucking job of, like you said, interweaving all of these things from
Yeah.
everything that they've done, like all of these tie-ins, and it's just like, that's the shit that we live for.
Yeah. Yeah, I concur.
And then, okay, we'll let you pee, and then we'll talk about one of the worst characters to exist in
Yeah.
this.
Because I think once we start talking down this path, and then I think it's going to roll right into the second half.
and,
of
and
the
we don't want to
finale.
break that up. So
Right.
yeah, Dave's got to pee, so we're going to take a very quick break and be right back after this word from our sponsors. All right. Oh, weird. Oh, shit. Turn my phone. God, it's fucking hot in here. I'm gonna turn on the AC. Oh, God, I hope I don't knock over my water. Nope, not quite. All right. Whew, it's fucking hot in here. God damn. I am sweating. Lot of chat. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna look up that Black Kyrgyzstan real quick. Star Wars Black Series Black Kyrgyzstan. See, look, they found it. All I had to type was Black K. They knew I was talking about Kyrgyzstan. I don't see a new one. Pre-order? Let's say pre-order. Black Kyrgyzstan pre-order. Hasbro Pulse? Oh my god, for fuck's sake. Just show me the goddamn shit. I'm not seeing on a Habro Pulse. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, somebody's gonna have to tell me where the fuck I need to pre-order this thing. Because unfortunately, there was this great Black Series website that I used to go to all the time. It had like a list of every single Black Series figure in existence and pictures of them all too. But they stopped updating it a couple years ago. So I am not up to date on all the newest shit, and I don't know where to find said newest shit. They made a Darth Nihilus Black Series figure already? Fuck. Yeah, okay. I gotta get on that. Anyway. So yeah, so many figures that I need. So much. But anyway. You alright over there? Sound like you were hacking up a lung. Yep.
The plague still
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you were sick a couple weeks ago now. Yeah. You still got that lingering cough or whatever,
Yep.
lingering congestion. All right. Well, I'm ready to roll when you are. So, so when you're good,
Here,
play
give me
this guy.
Give me that before you fucking break it.
I tried not to. I put the thing back on right. I swear.
Keep these guys out.
Yeah. Oh, I was looking at the Shadow Trooper, the one that's also from the Bad Batch, the one that's like full gray clone armor. I want like 5 of those. Mm-hmm. They're all pretty cheap still. But I'm like, I want like 5 of those to open and display because they look so badass.
Put them in formation.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, whenever you're ready, give us a countdown. It's the
Right.
final countdown. More useless information in our brains. This one. And we're back. So, where we left off in episode 15, The Summit, was Tarkin was talking to everybody. We got the cameo from Director Krennic, or Commander Krennic, as he was referred to in this one, talking about Project Stardust. Hunter and Wrecker going through doing their thing, and all of a sudden they find a whole bunch of fucking bombs planted. They're like, what the fuck's going on? And they kind of like turn the corner at the same time as Saw fucking Gerrera.
So, and yeah, they alluded something was up when they were talking. Like, they gave us a couple of little nuggets that, like, okay, there's other security systems that were like,
that
were like
cameras
dropping.
that were down and stuff like that.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
gave us like these little indicators that like something
See,
else was up. So
and what I thought was going on with that was the fact that I thought maybe they turned off all the cameras because like this doctor guy was like a really super secret part of the whole empire, and they didn't even want him to be on camera. Apparently, that was
that's a good one too.
Yeah.
I was thinking that there was somebody else infiltrating, like from the rebellion. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be Saw Gerrera though. To be honest, I just that's not who I was expecting.
yeah. But you know,
Nobody expects Saw Gerrera.
he did something though that I still don't fucking understand why the Bad Batch have not been doing, and that's they stole stormtrooper outfits and fucking wore them. Whereas the Batch, whenever they fucking go on these missions, they just roll in their goddamn armor that everybody recognizes at this point. Get a set of standard issue clone armor and wear that, and you can just walk right in. You've got the same fucking voice and everything.
Right.
But they don't do that.
Why?
I don't know.
It's
It's like you're wearing armor anyway.
Yeah.
Put on clone armor.
They don't-
They won't know it's you.
They don't like it.
Yeah.
And apparently it's
Too close to the regs.
or it smells funny. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have the undergarments to do it.
Uh,
Like they might have the
like the shell, but not the black underpants.
they'd have the plastic bits, but not the the underpants.
Yeah, because what you don't see is the first part of putting on that outfit is you just put on a big black one piece, you know, and then you attach all the armor to it.
Right. You got to put on the Nomex, and you got to put on your piss tube.
Yeah.
You know, your still suit and all that. Wait, am I mixing movies? Yes.
Maybe. So yeah, fucking Saw Gerrera shows up, and they've got all these fucking bombs planted, and you know, Hunter's like, whoa. We've got this other thing going on. We got fucking, you know, Tracker on the ship. You know, this is for the greater good. We're going to find the secret facility. And Saw's like, nah, fuck no.
No, there's
No.
too many high level people here.
Yeah, we're going to fucking blow the shit up. And
Which I'm like, that's
they both actually kind of had good points.
yeah. I'm like, I think strategically, Guerrera's plan makes more sense.
Well, but, you know, Hunter also made a good point when he's like, you know, you kill these guys and somebody's just going to roll in to replace them because that's the beauty of the military. It's
Yeah, that's
built like a wheel. And
fine, but Tarkin's still Tarkin. I mean,
Yeah.
like it's
so, yeah, either way, they both had good points.
yeah.
Saul wins out in the end because he ends up setting off all of his fucking shit after like some shootouts with fucking more stormtroopers and
Guerrera's plan was better executed, right? It's like, okay, we're gonna have, you know, they obviously, all right, we're gonna sabotage this. We're gonna fucking have stormtrooper armor. We're gonna blend back into the fucking crowd. We're gonna have an escape route.
Yep.
We're gonna have all this shit planned out.
Mm-hmm.
The batch, nope. We're
they just YOLO it.
gonna brute force entry and fucking YOLO.
Yeah.
All right, fine, whatever.
Yeah, and that's fair. And you know, Saw they do get away after I think it was before they actually set off the bombs. They got in a fucking ship and flew off.
Yeah,
And
they got into one of the shuttles. One of
Yeah.
the shuttles.
so, but yeah, they chased them off, but they escaped. Fucking blow everything up, and you see they have a fucking close up on that homing beacon as the bombs fucking explode. It's like, well, fuck. There goes our plan. There goes that fucking 7-minute sequence of
Yep.
Omega sneaking through the fucking hangar trying to plant this fucking thing.
Yep. Totally made
Yeah.
so much sense to do.
Yeah, all for naught. And then they're like, all right, well, we got to fucking hop on the rail and get the fuck out of here. Because that's how they got in. And, you know, more troopers are there. Shootouts fucking happen. They're trying to get out. Boom, power goes out. And they're fucking stuck, suspended like halfway across this fucking line, just like with nothing below them. And then there's another fucking train just across from them, full of fucking troops. They're all getting out. And they're like, fuck.
Yeah. Like this is what's tech say?
Yeah,
like
it's like
this,
we might be having an issue or
Right.
something like that.
this might be a problem.
Yeah. And that's where that episode ends. And then we go into the finale, which at this point is like so much is going on, but you're like, there's no fucking way they're going to resolve all this shit in one fucking episode. But we go into the final episode, Plan 99.
Which 99. And this is not what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
I will give these guys a lot of credit. The episode is not what I thought it would be at all.
Yeah.
I was what I expected, how I expected this sequence to go. This is not how I thought it would go. I mean, I predicted some things, but not how this sequence was going to go.
Yeah, and it gets right back to them being on the fucking train, having these shootouts with the fucking stormtroopers, trying to get the fuck out of Dodge. You know, Tech is up there like doing all of his hacking and trying to get power back to the fucking train, and you know, eventually gets the power back on. But through this whole sequence, this like really dramatic music is playing to the point where it's like something's fucking happening
Right.
here. And then like they call in these fucking fighters.
Like this is as dire as it's ever been
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
Like, this is really like fuck.
Yeah.
Like this could be the end. Like, okay, we have no illusions that there's another season after this, right? So this could be the end of our heroes
Right.
at this point, right? We have no, they don't have to continue this. If they kill everybody off from this point,
Yeah.
right, they could very easily do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think this is kind of what they're leading you on to.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, This is as dire as it's been.
And as this whole sequence is going on, the music is getting more and more dramatic and more just like building up towards something. Fucking these fighters come in, they shoot the fucking train almost in half, where half of it falls off the fucking rails and it's leaning off, and that's when Tech falls off and fucking has to shoot his grappling hook to keep himself from just plummeting into nothingness. And he's fucking hanging on. The train's fucking like almost completely falling off, and he realizes like, yeah, that's like they gotta cut this second half of the train off,
Right.
or like both sides are gonna fall, and then everybody's gonna fucking die. And he realizes that, and he tells them to like cut the fucking train line. And they're like, no, and they're like, oh, we'll figure out a way to pull you up. And they said something to him. I can't remember what exactly was said. And he's like, when have we ever been good at following orders?
So, Hunter had said to Wrecker, get him up here or something like that.
Yeah.
And Wrecker was like, had said like, don't do it.
Yeah, like I have orders or something like
Right.
that.
And he said, whenever I followed orders or whatever.
Yeah, and then he shoots at the connector, detaches, and Tech fucking plummets, allegedly to his death.
Right.
We don't ever see a corpse, but I mean, based on how fucking dramatic this music was, and how much it seemed to be built up, and the stakes, like you said, it seemed like this might be real.
Yeah. I don't have any reason to believe that they would keep him alive.
Right.
Because at some point they're going to have to eliminate all of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're going to have to eliminate the entire batch.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Like we know that some clones live on.
Sure.
I don't think any of the batch do though, because the clones that we do see later, even the ones that are go nuts that we encounter later in Clone Wars, they're like older, they've aged or whatever. Whereas these guys don't. These guys aren't aging. Like these aren't normal clones.
Right.
So
I would imagine they still have the growth acceleration. So they would have to. Right?
why haven't they aged like the other clones though?
Well, the other clones haven't aged much at this point either.
It looks like they've visibly aged.
I don't know. I don't know if I buy that.
No, because think about it. If you're accelerating their aging, right, to get them to a point where they're a fighting age sooner, you don't decelerate the aging.
Well, you can't probably.
So it keeps going.
Yeah.
So
Well,
for
what
them,
I'm saying is, like right now at this point, even in the Bad Batch, the clones don't look that much older.
I think that they look. I think that there's other clones that they've gotten from, like when they're rounding up clones and prisoners and stuff like that, that they're portraying those clones to look older than what the batch looks like right now.
Okay.
And I think they've been consistent with that through the Bad Batch.
All right.
I think they've shown that the batch has looked exactly the same, whereas the other clones have been obviously changing.
Okay.
That's something that I've picked up on, and I could be wrong. I could be fucking projecting that, but that's just something that I think I see.
Yeah. Either way, I guess we'll find out in time. But yeah, so allegedly at this point, fucking Tech is dead. And the reference to Plan 99. So I did some research because I'm like, okay, what exactly are they referring to? They're referring to the Clone 99. Remember the old guy, the fucking old mutated fucking clone from
Right.
Clone Wars? He like sacrificed himself basically to save more clones.
Yeah.
At one of the battles in Camino. So that's what Clone Force 99 was named after, and Plan 99 is basically a clone sacrificing himself. Yeah. And that's what Tech was referring to when he said Plan 99. So yeah, but before he plummeted to his death, he got the fucking power back. Once his half of the train fell, fucking the rest of the train aligned and fucking zips down the line, fucking crashes into the fucking wall. Like everybody's just fucked right now. Omega's
Right.
like half fucking conscious, like she's all fucked up.
Yep.
So she's like waving in and out of consciousness. So at this point, it's just Hunter and fucking Wrecker, and they got to go. I think was Echo with them at
Yeah,
this point?
Echo's
Yeah,
with
yeah,
them.
yeah. Echo
Yep.
was with them at this point, and they're like, "Well, fuck, let's go to Ord Mantell. She's really hurt, so we need to go back somewhere else because I guess they don't have much medical the facilities on Pabu.
I guess not.
So they got to go back to Sid's, and they get there.
Which I didn't like when they said Ord Mantell when I was watching this real time. Like
Mm-hmm.
I initially didn't
Oh, it didn't
associate
register
Sid and Ord Mantell. It wasn't until like they, you know, honestly, it wasn't until like Sid was suddenly there at the bar.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, now I all right, I get where we're at.
Yep. And almost immediately, you know what's going on. And again, this is another one of those Dave was right moments where you called it way early on in the season that Sid was eventually going to like fucking
Yeah.
turn them over to the
A
Empire.
giant fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Giant. Like that again, the letter
The letter of the day.
The letter of the day is C.
Yeah.
And this is where Sid, which I think begins with C.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like you knew it was going to come to this.
Mm-hmm.
That she was going to fucking turn him in somehow, some way.
Yep.
Now, honestly, I wasn't even though I knew it would happen, I wasn't expecting it to happen at this moment.
Yeah.
So when it did happen, like when they're sitting at the bar and she started to talk and she kind of gave it away, like with her tone, it struck me that it's happening now.
Yeah.
Right. And it just kind of like it surprised me, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that I'm watching this fucking animated series and something like that I kind of knew would happen at some point and would let it surprise me like that.
Yeah. And they nailed it. They stuck the landing basically.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
that. And right before like the Empire fucking show up, Hunter is basically telling Omega, you're like, yeah, we've decided to settle on Pabu for good. So that's what we're doing
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah. And we're
if
gonna
you're-
live happily ever after.
Yeah.
But wait.
Oh, hold on.
See about that.
Yeah. Then he rolls out and fucking there in the bar is, the Empire. They've got fucking Wrecker
Yeah.
tied up. The fucking doctor, the evil doctor is there.
Well, the best part is too, like off camera, you hear the like they're gonna shock Wrecker, like, or they're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
stun him,
yeah.
but it's that first stun doesn't get him, and he's still like ah. Obviously, it takes multiple stuns to get him.
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny.
Sometimes you got to give them big ones 2 jolts. Bzzz.
That's right. Ow! 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 Ow!
Do you ever see the
Darkness.
Never mind. So he goes out there. There's an interesting back and forth where basically the doctor's like telling Hunter, just give us fucking Omega. You guys can go free. We won't kill your buddy here, but if you don't, then,
Yeah. If there was ever a time for fucking the in this series for somebody to say bullshit
yeah,
like that, now would be the time.
right,
Like, all right, Johnny fucking Rambo, just say bullshit right
Yeah.
now, because that's what needs to be said.
but yeah, no. So that doesn't happen. They try to fucking break out, and I think I can't remember how they got out of that one situation
Well, so
when they were in the bar. Because I know
remember, Omega doesn't listen to Hunter. She fucking goes back into
Oh yeah.
the thing, and when they get outside, Omega is like, basically thinks that she's going to fucking get
That's
them
right.
down, but then they fucking basically sneak up on her,
Right,
stun
because-
her. Then now they're fucking caught and she's caught, but Echo is, he's still free. He fucking gets into a fucking ATST
That's right.
and starts
yeah.
fucking like, well, we should be running away. However, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, and I loved like when the ATSTs came up and the sounds they
Yeah,
captured the sounds.
It's
Something
the
like
fucking sounds, just like it was with the fucking when they had the fighters coming at the train cars.
Yeah.
like there were TIE fighter fucking sounds.
Yep.
There was the fucking laser fire and everything else. It's like, oh yes,
Yeah, and hearing the ATSTs or ATPTs, I guess in this we've been corrected by Isaac, but whatever the versions, it's still making the same ATSTs fucking sound, and you can hear the. But yeah, no, it's really really cool. Just again, all of these episodes. By the way, and I didn't mention it seems like every fucking episode they find a new way to impress me with the visuals and the audio and everything. It's just it always seems like it's looking better and better, sounding better and better.
Yeah.
So just kudos to the animation team on that one. And yeah, so that's right, because yeah, they captured Hunter and Wrecker from the bar, and they're parading them down the fucking streets to the ship, and that's when Omega is like on the balcony or whatever, and she's got the fucking bow, and she's like about to shoot them, and then all of a sudden, right behind her, haha, surprise, bitch,
Yeah.
like a fucking
Yeah, Hunter's like, no, but no, behind you, and like, all right, if you're that clairvoyant or whatever, couldn't you have given her like a heads up?
yeah. But yeah, no, they got her, and like you said, Echo set them free after getting in the fucking walker, and they try to get to Omega. Oh, I think she stopped.
She gave up.
Okay.
Hang on.
Now it is Tuesday. I will give her.
It is Tuesday.
This is the point in the show where one of Dave's family members call him. Now, normally, you know, we lambast them here on the show because they should know better. But being Tuesday,
This is not a
Definitely,
this is not a normal day.
yeah. So, as he's texting her, yeah, they
Making sure it's not an emergency.
they get it Omega into the fucking ship, and they try to fucking to rescue her, but to no avail. They get away with fucking Omega, and now Hunter and crew are sad.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, I mean, this is like we couldn't put a tracker on the ship.
Yep.
Like we've lost Omega. This is as bad as it could possibly get, right? For the fucking crew.
Yep. And then of course we flash to Omega, get into the secret fucking facility. Dr. Hemlock's there. He brings out Nala Se. It's like, here's Omega. You know, now you're gonna fucking help us.
Right.
You know, do all the shit.
And then Nala Se, like, so this is where this exchange, right? There's some interesting bits to this that I think are worth analyzing because Nala Se says, all right, now I know Omega or Hemlock says, I know Omega means something to you. So I brought her back.
Yeah.
Right. And so she's like, what you're asking to do is impossible. And then he's like, well, try. And it makes me wonder, like, I don't know that Hemlock really understands what Omega's importance is.
Right.
And which makes the next part that's about to happen like that much more like, because it's the you might have had this thing that you needed all along type scenario where like you don't understand why Omega is important. You just thought that you were using this as like a pawn, but why go through all this fucking effort? Like if you're just using this kid as leverage against
it's just a
her,
way to negotiate her to continue her work.
right?
Yeah.
Which seems like, okay, now it seems like you've gone through an awful lot of fucking trouble just to fucking get this kid.
When you could just get the fucking dying baby seal on the fucking audio and just put it on Nala Se's head.
Right.
You know?
There's just something, you know, like I just, so now I'm like, now that I feel like at the end of this, and we'll get into it more once we, get to the next part of this, but I think there's something to be analyzed with like, what does Hemlock actually know?
Yeah.
Right. And so they're obviously doing this research, but what does Hemlock actually know about what's going on with the Kaminoans?
Right. And even though we know ultimately what their grand plan is like the cloning of Palpatine, right? That's ultimately what they're working towards. But are there more? Is there more criteria to that than just making a straight up clone of Palpatine that he can then just transfer his essence into? Or are they trying to like piece together genetic bits from a lot of important beings to make like a fucking super being, kind of thing?
Because,
like what exactly are they trying to do?
Yeah, because like fast forward, they toss Omega into the room.
Yep.
With
like all the fucking clones in their fucking
so they got a bunch of guys in jars.
Yeah.
Right, which is reminiscent of so many scenes that we have.
Yeah,
from
we saw that. Yeah, we saw it in Mandalorian.
You'd have
obviously Rise of Skywalker.
Right. So now we're getting these visualizations of clone experimenting to get to a clone. And now we're putting in the same mindset. And now here you have Omega in the same room again with fucking Crosshair.
Yep.
and others, because
Yeah.
he's not the only one on a gurney.
Yeah,
in
no,
that room.
it's a whole like row of them.
Yeah,
And yeah, they're all unconscious. And of course, that Dr. Emery Carr is there,
right,
the doctor with the New Zealand accent,
right.
You know, and as Omega fucking runs up to fucking Crosshair, she's like, "What'd you do to him?" You know, all this other shit. And Emery Carr says something to the effect of, "Oh, well, you got to trust me." And Omega's like, "Why should I trust you?" She takes off the fucking goggles and says, "Because we're sisters."
Right.
Boom.
Yes.
Again,
Dave called it.
Dave was right. Because if you go back to the last time we talked about the Bad Batch, yeah, when that fucking doctor first showed up with her fucking accent, and we were like, doesn't she sound like Omega? Like, is that the same actress doing the voice?
Right.
So now we know that there are more than one female clones of Jango Fett.
Right.
So it's like, well, now who the fuck is she? And like, what is her significance?
Right. And how is she, like, her saying, like, how it's interesting that she would trust the Kaminoans as opposed to her own, like, her own clone.
Yeah, that's what the
Right.
Yeah.
Like, not like Omega not recognizing that, hey, you're standing here in front of another clone.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then, so obviously this older Omega clone has been corrupted by the Empire at some point.
Yeah.
But not corrupted to the point where she's willing to kill the other clones, because she's the one who allowed Crosshair basically to escape previously.
And you could tell when they were doing like the mind probe and shit on him that she was
Right.
like hesitant the whole time. Like she
Yeah.
did not like to see that happening.
Like, and she's the one who fucking left an opening for him to be able to do that. And she kind of like backed away when he was like escaping.
Yeah.
Where she could have fucking easily have like turned up the juice and fucking put him down more.
Yeah.
But she didn't. And not to mention the fact that Hemlock had to know that, hey, she was in the room when this was happening, but doesn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Like, what is the relationship with having this other female clone under his control, basically?
Right.
And why does bringing Omega back into this picture, why is that important?
Yeah.
And why, and what's that connection make with the Kaminoans?
Yeah.
Like, why do you need all these pieces to make this other piece work? 'Cause-
Yeah. Like what the fuck are you actually doing?
yeah,
And that's where the show ends.
yeah.
Like that's it. That's the end. So many questions and boom, season over.
Yep, season over. Good luck in fucking a year and a half or whenever the fuck we're gonna get it back.
Yeah.
Like, god damn it,
Yeah.
damn it, Reggie Ray. It's
Because yeah, I mean, like we're really starting to get into this, and yeah, just like that, boom, over. So there's no fucking way we're not getting a season 3 at this point, because they left it on such a fucking cliffhanger. Who the fuck knows though when we're gonna see another season? Because you know, like you said, the first season came out May of 21. This one started 2 months ago, so February of 23. So yeah, about a year and a half in between.
yeah. And
Fuck.
Smirking Bear is talking about how she may not be a Kaminoan clone. That's an interesting theory. I don't think that the Imperial cloning is exacting enough to get us there.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
in this storytelling. Not in this story. It is an interesting theory. I just don't think that it's. I think you have to have. I think you have. I don't buy it. I think there has to be. Okay, Omega is like maybe 2.0. Like, okay, there was an Omega 1.0
Right.
that had the aging part of it.
Yeah.
And she got out there in the wild. And okay, because obviously this is Omega 1.0 is bigger, right? So she must have have the same.
The growth acceleration. She had to.
She had to have. So, maybe she got compromised some kind of way.
Yeah.
And like the rest of the clones, and just they decided not to fucking recycle her. And now
And
Omega, because she didn't have that by choice, like the Kaminoans deliberately didn't do it.
right.
Like they said, no, all right, we made Boba Fett. We're also going to make this one,
Yeah.
but we're going to keep her over here.
Right.
and we're gonna keep her for ourselves for reasons.
Right. And maybe it's
Probably because they needed a vessel to be able to create more fucking clones.
right.
Because
Well, yeah.
what's better to make other humans than a fucking human with a vagina
and uterus and all
and a
that.
uterus?
Yeah, that's a good point. And maybe like the first female clone, maybe that was an accident. Maybe they're fucking they're filling up
Yeah.
all the fucking tubes with all these fetuses, and then looking around like
Life-
that one doesn't have a dick.
Life finds a way.
Yeah, they're like, what? Wait a minute. Yeah, that one's not a boy. And then maybe they found out like for some reason, because she was a girl, she had like the super like fucking smart scientist brain, and that's why she was like working with Dr. Hemlock and all that. And they're like, oh, so we need another fucking smart one like this, but who's not gonna like age off really quick. So that's why we'll make this female one. And
Maybe.
I don't know. Just
I don't know
I'm
why
spitballing here.
I don't know why they did it. I honestly like
There's so many fucking questions now.
Yeah.
Like they open up the fucking just the door to so many more questions.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, we gotta wait so long to
the-
get any kind of answers.
And honestly, the best part is I kind of I knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was coming,
yeah.
and still am. I don't have all the answers.
Yeah.
Like they didn't give me enough to be able to piece the fucking shit together.
No,
because-
definitely not.
Because they wrote it. They wrote a good fucking plot line, and they're keeping us in suspense, which is what you should do with a good fucking story.
Yep.
I mean, honestly.
So, and that's it. That's the fucking Bad Batch, guys. It was a great season. I obviously, anytime they move the clone storyline forward, they're always good episodes. We had a couple of meh episodes throughout the season, but I think overall it was great. And fuck, I was not expecting it to end on such a fucking cliffhanger.
Yeah.
After that Pabu episode, I was totally expecting, the next 3 episodes to be this big conflict. They fucking get over it somehow, and then the end of the season is them just fucking chilling on Pabu. That's not what happened at all.
Chilling in Margaritaville.
Yeah, no, not so much.
Chilling in Jamaica Mon with
Yeah.
fucking red stripes and some ganja.
Yeah, but
No, not so much.
twas not to be. And yeah, now we gotta wait.
No, and it was. I'll tell you what. For a show that I've given a lot of shit to. I really like how it finished up.
Yeah.
It gave us.
Fuck, I was supposed to take my pills half an hour ago. God damn it, Reggie Ray.
It's only 7:30.
Yeah, still. I like taking them on work nights. I like taking it at 7 because, like, if I don't get like a lot of sleep on these things, I am super groggy in the morning.
Excuse me. Anyway, yeah, the fucking. I give the show a lot of shit. I do.
Yeah.
And I really wish they could fucking get away from the red bandana and
I'm afraid that the bandana will be quite operational when season 3 arrives.
I know. I wonder. I do think that fucking. I think that he's. That Tech is gone though.
That was the thing I was going to ask. Like, is Tech really dead?
Yeah, I think he's gone. I think you're going to. I think you're gonna lose Echo. You're gonna like whatever this next season comes out. Like I don't know how many seasons you're gonna have of Bad Batch.
Yeah.
But at some point, as we get closer to a point in the timeline when things are just gonna have to converge.
Yeah.
Like just from a timing perspective, like because we're really like we're wading in waters that, like, all right, we've brought Krennic into this. Like
Yeah.
now we're building the Death Star. We're getting to a point where there's not going to be a lot of clones around to even fucking pretend
Yeah,
that they're fucking hanging out.
and that was part of what they were talking about at the summit too, kind of fast tracking the removal of the clones.
Right.
And
They're gonna dump them off with Hemlock and fucking
like do your thing, do your stuff. Take them out. Take them down.
You got a pistol? Oh my god! Speaking of, my father-in-law was watching League of Their Own yesterday, and when I got home, and I walked in right on the part with fucking John Lovitz.
Oh,
Oh my god, if that is not one of the best movie characters
was
ever
great.
fucking created
yeah.
for movies. I just
It was brilliant.
God. When that fucking salesman in the train is like, gosh, he's like, if I had your job, I'd kill myself. Hang on, let me see if I can dig up a pistol. Just like so fucking good.
Yep.
God, so good.
Well, anything else on the batch before we move on to our final segment?
No.
All
I
right.
think we're
Good show. And that being said, Miss Lopez. Oh,
what was that?
the batch fell.
Oh
Oh, there she is. Hey.
no. Where did they go?
Don't worry. I got it. I'll handle this.
No, you should never handle the Legos.
Clearly not. Like I am not.
How is my voice?
It's okay.
Is it all right?
Yeah.
I've had a little bit of a cold.
So I've heard, which we didn't see you last week.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard being me.
Yeah. Oh my God. Look at Tech's eyes in this.
I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, they're creepy.
Yeah, look at Tech's eyes.
You
in
can
this,
spin his head around.
Oh, I can't
Like
focus.
he has a different he
Like
has
his eyes are like wide.
yeah, he has like the glasses on, and then if you spin his head around, he's got no glasses on.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
That's the thing.
Sorry, I was distracted. So
How am I gonna do this without glasses on? Speaking of.
I don't know. Well, actually, I did decide that while we're doing your segment, I hope you don't mind, but we're going to turn on the air conditioning.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, because it's really fucking hot in here, and maybe that'll stop Dave's glasses from fogging up.
No,
No.
definitely not.
Oh, okay. Just too humid, or
Yeah.
okay. Well, got to do what we got to do, right?
Oh, the sweet, glorious air conditioning.
Yes. No rapture, no pleasure, no exquisite sin greater than central air.
Yes. Yes. That is like the third Dogma reference today.
I know, right? We got to talk about those movies one of these days on the show.
Yeah. It's a great movie.
Yeah. So what
am I doing?
You're reading some Red 5 news, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that. So you know what's funny? I sent you that link for the Muppets thing.
Yes.
With the,
yes.
with the thing with the blocking.
Yes.
Really should have my own. I need my own camera.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that would be
I
good.
think it would be easier.
Yeah.
It would make things easier for that guy
Yeah. Yeah.
who does the things.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The puppet master, as we call
Yeah,
him.
that guy. And
Speaking of
then
Muppets.
you can see my googly eyes better too. It wouldn't be so far away from the camera.
Right.
Like,
Oh, that was good. I looked over at the camera as your face was up there, and the eyes were jiggling. I'm like, oh God.
doing the blocking is so hard from here to
Yeah,
here.
it's
tough.
well, I mean, to be fair, we initially were not set up with you in mind. You know, we had a whole different concept for the show.
What do you mean you're not me in mind? You
Well-
didn't have me in mind the whole time?
No, we did like 200 plus episodes before you came along.
That sounds like bullshit.
Nah, it's legit. Go back, look at our feed. Look at our podcast feed.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh my God.
Red 5 News! Following our podcast, Use and Abuse Pod will be going live at 2000, 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's in like what? Like 15 minutes or so?
You said 8:20?
8:20.
Oh, so yeah, 16 minutes from
Eastern Daylight Time.
now. Well, if you believe my computer, which apparently Dave does not.
No, I don't. I don't either.
Oh, you don't either. All right, fair enough.
Says the hand puppet. Where they will be reviewing the career of Elvis.
Oh,
Wow. A hunka hunka bird of love.
yeah. Do they have the?
Hunka hunka bird of love.
Will you be including the pedophilia and the racism as well, or just his music?
Well, that's, you know what? Tune in live to them to find out.
Yeah, and maybe these questions will be answered.
Maybe. Good luck with that. The Red 5 Network has 29 active podcasts and
2 weeks later.
every time.
podcasts plus 6 archive pods for a grand total of 36.
I'm 37?
So we're getting
Podcast.
closer because I think we were 35 last time.
No, we were at 36 too.
Oh, okay. So just Kelly,
Ow.
one more podcast. Tell them to add one more and then stop. Period. Are you okay?
Ow. Ow.
Good.
Don't mind me. Just having the chest pains.
Yeah. You know,
It's a cramp. Don't worry.
I'm sure it's
just
fine.
It's just a cramp. Oh my god. I'm just gonna go off camera. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everything's fine.
Anyway, indeed.
Cantina Family Happenings. Oh, I didn't say Biodenlink / Red 5. That's Biodenlink / Red Cinco.
Yep.
To browse this amazing lineup and click on podcasts for where to find them. There's
See.
something for every 3PO. For everyone in the Red 5 network. Cantina Family Happenings. The ATSW Escape Pod is back to their weekly schedule. And you know who to thank for that?
Us?
Me.
Oh, you?
Me. Me. Directly.
You bullied them into going
Yes.
back?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're welcome. Can't move it closer.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's fine. We can hear you just fine.
Is that what that sounds like?
God. Sounded like a demon. What the fuck?
Tomorrow they will be discussing season 2 of The Bad Batch. Yeah,
Oh, sounds familiar.
just like we finished up. So see what they say compared to what we said.
Yeah.
Check out Don Brady and Dragon Buddy on YouTube at 19:05, 7:05 p.m. Eastern,
And you will do it.
and you will do it.
Wait.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Oh, God.
Do it.
Ugh. No, don't do that. That's not good.
Do it.
Ugh.
Make the sacrifice.
I'm disturbed.
Do you like that? Do you like how low? I can go loud. I like that.
Oh, you sound like one of the monkey lizards when you.
What is that? That movie with the bowling? When she's like, you know, it's time to pay the rent.
Oh, God. Kingpin.
Yeah, Kingpin. There you go.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. He's throwing up in the toilet.
The Red 5 Tavern. I don't know where that came from. The Red 5 Tavern was very hurrah. Is that what that says?
I don't know. I can't see it.
Was way hurrah. Damn it. Was way hurrah last week. This past Friday, Luna Girl died in
Really?
the Shadow Realm, but she got better.
Oh.
Better. Like a New Yorker would say, better.
Yeah.
Like a New Yorker.
Oh, yeah.
Better.
You're from New York, right?
Then I'm got a gun. Let's go to a Broadway show. Check out the Red 5 Dungeons and Dragons sesh Tales from the Bounty Board.
I don't know how they keep order in those
The
things.
Roots of Evil.
There's like 6 people in that.
This Friday night at 2100, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
We'll tune in on Friday night and maybe you'll know.
All right.
This week's players will be Lunar Girl, Shanti, Shanti. She's a Patreon supporter, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's the words that I was trying to say.
I was wondering what you were getting stuck on there.
Tina, Warbear, newcomer Aaron, as Zubov the Orc. Aaron, that's gotta be unfortunate that thing happened, right, with Key and
Yeah.
Peele? Because you can't not hear that now, right?
Oh yeah, I used to work with a guy in my last squadron, and his name was Aaron. Every time I see, hey Ron.
Hey, Aaron,
Yeah.
you done fucked up, Aaron.
Oh, and we also had another guy named Blake, and it was always Balake.
Balake.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, that's one of the funniest things ever. That they almost ruined with some fucking bullshit fucking Disney-fied like sketch where they're all up in like a cloud or on the mountain or something. They had it on the Super Bowl. They had him, like that guy,
Key and Peele?
Yeah, he was like he was like having a fucking some sort of school thing, and it had like Aaron Donald, and they had like Dora the Explorer, and he was like mispronouncing her name and Bumbable. It was stupid.
It sounds stupid.
It was dumb. It was so stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, Google that shit. But don't give it the thumbs down if that's still a thing.
Right.
What was I saying?
You were reading Red 5 stuff.
Oh, Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, that's where we were with that. Sure. Why not? Oh, yeah, Aaron.
Jesus
As
Christ.
Zubov the Orc. And the return of Grant as Kazara, the Harangagang. Harangagon. I'm going to go ahead and apologize because I'm not wearing my glasses and I'm looking at this at a distance where everything is really blurry. So I'm trying very hard to read it. but it's a struggle. I'm on the struggle bus right now.
Okay.
Yeah. It's full with us
Yeah.
on it. Mm-hmm. Thank God the air's on.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd all be hurting right now if it wasn't.
Oh God.
You might want to have that cough looked at.
Poor Lunar girl, brutally massacring her words. Mm-hmm. With Sir Charles pulling the strings as Dungeon Master. Isaac!
Where did that come from?
It's in caps. It's right here in caps. It says Dungeon Master, period. Then all caps. Isaac!
Okay.
Lunar girl says this is your formal waiver. Again. I saw that in the chat, too.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be really funny. I really should log in with a YouTube. You know what I should do?
What's that?
I should totally, use this, right? This thing in front of me.
The microphone?
This pad of eye,
Oh, iPad. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And, take that and use the camera from that and log in to the stream.
Okay. Because I know we tried a version of that before, and it was weird because I think Dave was just using his phone to try to capture
Yeah,
you.
but if we do that and we keep the audio through since I have a mic now,
Oh, that's right.
right? That might work.
Oh, I guess we could.
And then
do.
I can have my close-up, Mr. De Niro, or whatever that goes.
All right, we'll test that next week. How about that?
Yeah, I don't know why that suddenly, that came in like that.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't understand why that came in like that. Oh, I had that thought earlier.
Oh,
Not earlier today, earlier, this week.
okay. I believe you.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
Sweet Studios is officially on break and is recovering from last week's surgery. Get well soon. Sweet. Follow Sweet Studios on the socials for updates and give him a sub on the YouTubes. Yeah, he had that shoulder surgery.
Oh, yeah. Hope
Yeah.
he's feeling better.
Yeah. He said it went well.
Good. Very good.
I'm going to need shoulder surgery after this bullshit.
That's true.
That stupid lump on my back, like a Quasimodo lump from probably from doing this goddamn hand puppet. Oh, hi, sir. Why do you think you have that lump on your back? Well, I don't know, sir. It might be because I'm doing stupid hand puppet once a week. No new Orange and Vet show this week. Follow on Instagram for updates. Layman's terms, guested on the Podcast of Pain this Saturday. Oh, that's a good title. I like that. Podcast of Pain. P-A-Y-N-E.
I'm thinking 10, 15 years from now, Dave coming to me, pinning me against the wall, I can't pick up my fucking grandkids because of this goddamn show. And
There'll be all sorts of fucking miracle drugs by then.
I hope so.
Yeah. Or I'll just levitate. I'll have the pod. I'll have the Baby Yoda pod for the fucking grandkids.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, kid. Fucking scoot around in that thing. Hopefully it has warp speed for when you're being chased. Like in the Baby Yoda.
Right.
What is it? The
The pod thing that he's in.
Grogu? Is that how the Grogu?
Yes. You got to really roll the R's.
Grogu. I don't know why all of a sudden I need a Grogu. Why? I don't know.
I
I don't know why.
I don't know why a lot of things.
Why, Jason? Why?
I don't know what's going on. We're all insane.
Oh no! Germs guested on podcast Spain. I already said that. On this past Saturday. Please give him a follow on the socials and sub on YouTube for your primary source of ignorance and drunken banter. Yes, and you will do it. Yeah.
Do it.
You ready?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You know, it's really hard to sniffle like that when you don't have a nose. You can find us at bio.link/the Sidebar Cantina, where you can find our links to YouTube, audio, Patreon, our latest Spotify music mixtape, and all our social media music platforms. No, social media platforms. Not just music. Social media platforms.
Can I interrupt real quick?
What?
You familiar with the comedian, the late Patrice O'Neill?
Yeah.
Big guy.
Yeah.
He had
Sweaty,
this.
yeah.
He had this bit where.
We're a lot of purple.
Well, you're talking about not having a nose. Where he has this bit where he's like, guys can have these really strangely philosophical conversations about dumb shit when women aren't around. Like, one guy walks up to another, is like, "Hey, dog, would you fuck a bitch if she didn't have a nose?" And then the other guy's like, "What do you mean no nose? Like the tip is gone?" It's like, "Nah, man, big gaping hole in the side in her face." He's like, "Can I cover up the hole?" "Nah, man, you gotta look her right in the nose and fuck her." It's like, well, what's the rest of her look like? She's fine as a motherfucker. Yeah, I'd fuck a bitch if she didn't have a nose.
He was going well before his time.
Yes. Yeah, rest in peace, sir.
Rest in peace, Patrice O'Neill.
Sorry,
Where was I?
your no nose
no
comment
nose?
made me think about that.
I'm so glad. So glad we had that special glimpse into Patrice O'Neill's sex life.
Yeah.
Our latest Spotify music mixtape and all our social media platforms. Including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Discord, TikTok, and Audible.
Yeah.
Luna Girl added the shortcut to the top of our bio link. Go check it out. Reading is fundamental. I read at a 5th grade level, which is pretty good for a hand with googly eyes
Yes, it is. And no glasses.
and no glasses. That was bio.link/the Sidebar Cantina.
Yes.
Also in our bio link is our TeePublic merch shop, where we have F Cancer and Jason Rose designs.
Oh, by the way,
our super sexy Twi'lek. Yeah, get it, fucker. Our sexy Twi'lek, Sidebar Chick, our beloved Hennifer, our Sidebar Classic, our classic Sidebar Cantina logo, our 2 throwback designs from Gen X Point of View. There are t-shirts, hoodies, tote bags, phone cases, exclusive stickers and pins, wall arts, magnets, notebooks, laptop cases, and pillows. Look at it. Now, Jason, why is it wrapped in plastic?
you would have to ask my wife because she's the one who did this.
So I will say that I saw like it's wrapped in plastic, and then it was cleaned with a highly highly volatile cleaner.
Yeah,
before she left it here.
She used some special cleaner on the.
Yeah, I can't imagine why she needed to do that, Jason.
I'm not going to
She
respond.
got industrial grade plastic around it, and around the important bits too.
Again, I don't know what the purpose of that was.
But I'm glad the pillow has made an appearance. That way, I know it's you're not doing harm to it.
Yes, it's still here. What?
I'm silently judging you.
I didn't do anything.
Just about anything you can imagine. Make sure you log on to the socials and show us off that sweet, fine-ass merch. I really want somebody else to buy a pillow and show it to us. I really do.
I don't know.
That would be fucking phenomenal.
Does Dave have access to what we sell, or is that all in Luna Girl's hands now?
I'm sure Dave does, but then Dave would have to remember passwords, and Dave can't remember how to log in to fucking change the goddamn logo for the Red 5 thing on the Squarespace thing. So, you're asking a lot from the guy who's fucking holding up his elbow so he can make a hand puppet talk at the moment.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm just saying. Reviews!
We have no new reviews this
Oh
week.
my god, that was loud.
Yeah.
It's like I'm all nasally, so like more nasally than usual. Like my normal nasally, and then there's like the J-Lo nasally, which I guess is more nasally than I realized. And what are you talking about? I don't know. Write us a 5-star review on Apple or Audible so I don't have to drone on and on and on and on and on about it.
I feel like we've reached a new level of Inception when you're talking to yourself as the hand. Like, Miss Lopez is talking to Miss Lopez.
Jason?
Yes.
Shh. Jason. If I could reach over there, I'd put my own
Oh.
put it right on your lips.
Oh, no.
Nice and sweaty too. Mm.
Please, for the love of God, don't.
Write us a review, please. For the love of God, write us a review so we don't have to drag this on.
I know.
Ludicrous has plenty of nifty Star Wars Valentines with temporary tats, along with plenty of swag for you. Don't have an Apple or Audible account? Our Facebook page has a review feature too. Just screenshot your review before you hit done, and DM us the pic on Instagram or Twitter. This is your chance to tell us your thoughts on the show. Jennifer Lopez, that's me. Or Hank or Edith or Mama or somebody fun will read your review word for word on our next episode. And I'm done. It's hot.
Yes, it
It's
is.
late.
And it's 8 o'clock, so it's right at quitting time.
And see.
All right. Goodbye, Ms. Lopez. We'll see you next week. Speaking of next week, we're scheduled to talk about the next 3 episodes of Mandalorian.
Okay.
Now, we have Celebration this weekend.
Celebration.
So, depending on what happens at Celebration, like if it's enough,
We're not going to have a whole episode to do with Celebration.
see, you say that. So I'm going to say let's leave it open.
I think
for-
that there's too much going on in the Mandoverse right now to
there is a
fucking-
lot of good shit going on.
I think we have to
All right. So
we have to. Yes, Celebration's going to have celebration. It's going
Yeah.
to have plenty to talk about.
So maybe we'll forego doing our weeks instead, and
if there's
dedicate
enough content, then yes, I would agree with that.
dedicate that part to Celebration, and then we'll still do the next 3 episodes of Mando. So.
Yes.
All right, and Mando I've been keeping up with. Mando I'm not shotgunning, at the end like I did for Bad Batch.
Good.
So, all right, that's it, guys. We're done. Thank you for joining us on an off day. Go watch Used and Abused now.
Yes.
But yeah, it's
Next week, same bat time, same bat channel.
yeah, we'll be back to our Mondays next week, and then we do have some adjustments later on at the end of April, but we'll cross that bridge when we burn it. Yeah, that's it. So we're gonna end the show now.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so I guess I'll do my typical thank you for watching for all of the YouTube viewers. Thank you to all of our audio listeners, and until next time, Dave and everybody else, may the force be with
May
you.
the force be with you. Okay, now what do I click?
Perfect.
I don't know why we're rushing.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, let's go faster. Ah.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody is switching over to Use and Abuse now, so
Yes.
so it's a good handoff. So we're gonna hand them the baton.
There you go. There it is.
Bye.
All right, we're out. Good night, guys.